the nations of Wildemount, whatever you want to call it. So, last we left off, your group concluded some business in the Vermalock Wildwood, speaking with a particular entity known as Naviesk by name, whom spoke to your group of grandeur and destiny, saying that the path that lied ahead of you he would be willing to invest into. However, he didn't prime you to make that decision yet, instead giving you the option to see for yourself the world before promising a later return. With that, you wasted no time leaving this strange grove and finding your way back to the hollowed path and the Emerald Loop caravan. Saying your goodbyes, cleaning up and preparing your rivals, or now acquaintances, you hit the road once more, this time towards Bazzoxan, the last bastion city. On your way there, you encountered many strangeties, a massive demonic carrion with an arcane storm surrounding it, what seemed starved hyena-like demon that had mutated through the consumption of demonic ichor in large quantities, and some other things, but through all these threats, you managed to slay or find comfort. And you now see yourselves in the midst of a building sandstorm, close to Bazzoxan, not but a day's away. And as you're traveling along the road, the dust kicks up to the point where you all have to stop moving for a moment to catch yourselves as sand is beginning to batter your faces or eyes. Anything you'd like to do on this road? Talk or say?
Is this something where we could take a wide berth to get around it, or?
Perhaps in a normal situation, if you had seen it from a distance, you would be able to avoid it, but right now, it has formed rather directly on top of you, or at the very least, it came right through your path, and now you're in the heart of it. You could attempt to hunker down or potentially turn around, but you imagine it's best to just try and wait it out.
Yeah.
What do you think we should do, Persephone? You're the expert in these regions.
We're only a days away, and it's not going to stop anytime soon. Just go through. It's going to be a bit rough, but yeah, I'm sure you can hold your arm above your eyes.
Very well. I'll take out a blanket and tie it around my head like a makeshift hood.
I was gonna say I could technically do the same thing, even though I have the goggles to see this.
Yeah, I was gonna say
cover my
you've
mouth.
got goggles.
Yeah.
That, those goggles cover your mouth and your eyes perfectly.
Really?
Yeah,
the
look at the
goggles cover the
description of them.
mouth.
Look at the description. No, they have like a head wrap with them. Read the description.
Okay,
You're
okay. God damn.
I put a lot of work into those descriptions.
Read!
Honestly, Nerd, I think you should read them out to us like a storybook narrator.
Okay, so I have the
While
goggles.
wearing this cloth head wrap equipped with magical dark lensed goggles, you have dark vision out to a range of 60 feet. You also have dark vision while wearing, if you also have dark vision, wearing the goggles increases your range by 60 feet. Additionally, your vision cannot be obscured by any form of dust. Huh. Go figure, huh?
Yippee!
Anyways.
I did read it. I just didn't remember that I had a cloth wrapping. God.
Erix and Finzyra find methods to attempt to keep the sand out of their eyes for the time being. Persephone, what do you do? Just keep your hand held high?
I mean, I think I probably have a cloth or something somewhere. So
you have enough cloth or bandages even, just to wrap around your eyes temporarily and block out the dust, but it won't be able to really see much, as if you would be able to in the snow anyways, or sand.
yeah, that's fine.
Wunderbar. In that case, any other things want to be done? Or shall you simply press on?
I think we're good to keep going.
Wonderful. Then as you press forward, a few hours pass on your travel, the sand still beating hard. It seems like the storm is close to letting up. Many of you have covered your faces completely, but Zanzira, being as perceptive as you are, you hear what sounds like the clomping of hooves through this sand. Something you haven't heard in a while. Horse.
Can I tell what direction or just around?
Seems like it's almost all around, but it's growing closer.
Is it like a rhythmic sound?
It's more sporadic, like a group of horses all around, like a vortex of horses.
Horse tax.
Horse.
Rhythmic in that sense, but it's not like the horses themselves are coordinated.
Gotcha.
Necessarily so.
Then I suppose I'm gonna say to the group, I don't exactly know from where, but it sounds like there's, like, horses around.
Horses out here.
I don't know. It just sounds like something is moving in our direction, and I can't really pinpoint where. It's like all around.
Nerd, are there any hooved travel animals that are not horses that I'm familiar with going through here?
Hooved travel animals. Some demons have hooves.
Ooh.
Cattle that are traveled through sometimes have hooves. Horses are used, though, decently rarely and only on main roads like the one you're currently on. So, that's about what you're able to get. Anyone who wished to go into the actual barbed fields would get a moorbounder.
Best case scenario, it's some horses on the road that got stuck out just like us. Worst case, it's another demon.
Didn't say that horses were very rare.
Rare? Yeah. But they're from main roads and we're on one.
Okay.
Perhaps we should go see for ourselves. Do you know which direction the sound is most present?
No. It just sounds very sporadic and around. There's no, like, one specific spot.
As you say this, you see a figure through the sand up ahead. Press through. He looks to be a tall human man on what looks like a massive armored black warhorse. On his head you see it looks like a cowboy hat with multiple teeth kind of inlaid into it, and what looks like a belt with about 6 daggers on it. He has a lasso on his side that seems sharpened and vicious, and he's slowly riding up to your group right now. Head currently down as to not show the face.
What the hell
But
is he
approaching.
wearing? Alright, I think he definitely sees us, so... let's just keep going. If he stops us, then... so be it.
We could go introduce ourselves. We haven't met many friendly travelers on this road.
Well, he's going the opposite direction we are, so...
He's heading right towards you at the moment, but yeah.
oh, that is the opposite of...
You're right, I figured that out like midway through saying it, but I didn't want to stop, so... Sorry if that...
if you want to introduce yourself to everyone we meet on the street, go right ahead.
It's only polite.
Okay, have fun, buddy.
I'll take a few steps toward this person.
As you do, the horse rides up and then he hits the lead to make the horse stop for a moment. Raises his hat with his hand and says, "Howdy, partner."
Greetings and fair travels, friend. Where are you headed?
Why, I and my merry band are actually traveling these roads looking for walkers such as yourselves. You don't seem like you're from around here, can I gather?
I'm not myself, but my companion is. What can we help you with?
Looks over to... Did you, point at Persephone specifically when you said that, or just mention it?
I just mentioned it. I didn't point
Alright.
specifically.
He says, well, your companion should understand that we're tax collectors on these parts, collecting road and infrastructure tax. If you want to pass and use these roads, you gotta contribute to their well-being, financially.
We have no problem traveling off the roads, if that's what you're implying.
Well, traveling off the roads can be quite lethal, and it's only a small price of 25 gold each. Right here, right now, from hand to pocket, won't cause you any trouble, and you can go on your way. You're only about a days out from civilization. He kind of raises his hat more, and you can see him take it off, and he's wearing goggles and makeshift wrap as well.
Can I insight check the tax collector?
Go for it.
I was hoping you would do that. Oh my god.
Give me a second. Anyone who cares can try if you all are suspicious.
Okay.
Anyone with a reasonable cause can give it a shot. If you believe your character.
I don't think I need one.
Well, that's up to you.
I
Buckaroo.
start getting out my coin purse.
Hold on a second.
I need to look at the conversion rate. After.
You try and read into it, and yeah, you're definitely not familiar with these lands, but I mean, someone's got to pay to keep these places safe, surely. You don't seem like Aurora Watch, but yeah, you know, you've met stranger people.
Your collectors must be stretched thin if you're keeping these roads safe.
You betcha. We usually only like to hang out near these places, though. Junction hubs right next to civilization. But,
All
like I
the
said...
demons and carrion birds must give you plenty of trouble.
Oh, you know it. That's why we ourselves like to stick to the sandstorms. Many would tell you to avoid them, but you learn to ride the waves eventually.
Well, the four of us have had no problem otherwise. So, here's to a job well done, I suppose. And I'll start counting out my gold coins for him.
Alright, and that's where we're gonna walk up for that. I'm just gonna kind of put my hand on your hand as you come pounding that goal and just
Kind of
push it
cocky
back
smile
down.
on his face. Kind of drops and you do that.
And what do you think you're doing?
He says, I'm collecting the tax.
Right, on the road in the middle of a sandstorm. Aurora Watch doesn't run through here to collect taxes, ever.
How would you know?
I live here.
Well, so do we, and this is a new process. Straight from Rosona.
Right, a new process.
Seems you hadn't been around here long enough to pick up on local laws in some time.
Well, tell me, are you familiar enough with the land to know what an Udak is?
Of course we are.
Great. And I reach behind my back into a pack and pull out the Udak fang from earlier and just toss it at him. If you know what's good for you, you fuck off.
Kinda says, we're not trying to start anything here, are we? Because if you don't pay the tax, then you can't use the roads. Them's are the rules. He says, let's not
We don't
try
pay
and
our
escalate
tax.
this. I don't need any display of intimidation. Just pay me what
Stephanie,
we're
maybe
owed.
we should just pay the tax collectors and be on our way.
You're really gonna let yourself get extorted just because you don't want to deal with somebody with no backbone.
It's a new rule. Haven't you heard?
Unbelievable.
Yes. So what's it gonna be?
Can't you go, Derek's?
What's Fenzira doing in this moment?
Watching nervously. I'm just like I'm eyeing the storm, the sandstorm, because I don't know where the fuck the other people would even be in.
As you look through the sandstorm, your passive perception is very high. You see multiple shadows creeping throughout the sand. Outlines of people that fade in and out. Hard to count.
I'm gonna hand over 25 gold.
Takes the money. Counts it very precisely. 1 coin at a time, pretty slowly. Looking back up at you every once in a while, he takes the coin and deposits it into a purse on his horse.
I hope that covers everything.
Well, that'll do for you. But it was 25 gold each, if you do remember. Let's not be stingy now.
Well, Eric's still going for the new rules.
Alright, I'll pay your share too, but you owe me. I'll hand over another 75 gold after counting it all out.
Another 75, so enough for both Fenzira and Persephone.
Yeah, and
Eridonis, yep.
Eridonis.
Of course. He'll take the gold and count it out again. Look through all of it. Bite one of the coins down, check if it's real, he'll say. Tipping his hat. You all have a lovely day. Keep safe. Then you'll hear him put his fingers to his mouth and do a loud whistle. As he does, you hear the clamping of multiple hooves come around and what looks like a band of about... Let me count it out here. Gotta get to my map. About 5 extra bandits kind of join his side, or tax collectors, at this point. And as they do, they all line up with him, shows him the money, then he gives them a sign and they all take off. Not bothering you any further for the time being.
Once they take off, I just start pushing off up ahead.
Persephone, before they take off, make a perception check, I guess. Yeah. I should have done this beforehand, but... alright. Not miserable. Fenzira, what's your passive perception?
Let me look.
Or investigation, whichever's highest, actually.
Investigation is 19. Passive.
19 and with your goggles on. I'm going to PM you something. And
Yeah.
This is going to be before they take off, so you can do what you want before that happens. A little bit back in time, if you will. Just to reiterate this fact, which I meant to share beforehand. So, Fenzira, you notice that as they're counting up the gold. That's terrible spelling, but that was supposed to be exact, not exact, not exact.
Oh my god. Ah. I am going to mentally speak to Persephone and say, it looks like these are the people that killed whoever we saw way earlier before the Emerald Loop with the dead horse and the carriage. He has a gun. I'm pointing at the one that has a gun.
The one you point at seems to have what looks like a white kind of striped, almost checker-like cloth that goes over one of his shoulder sides, a bandolier across the chest, a thick bandana, and what looks like just a nice cap to the top of the head, tied on tight. Some cloth wrapping flowing behind through the wind. And now, noticeably, it looks like a firearm holstered to the side.
Message gives a response, right?
It's a mental link, yeah, you can respond. Just regular telepathy, basically.
Well, I hope they enjoy their new haul then. Since we paid them.
Well, I mean, technically we could still attack them from behind. There's nothing
Tell
saying
to
that.
the Boy Scout.
I mean, you could tell it to him too.
There's
But
no further response to that.
Fuck. Okay. I'm just gonna walk over to Eric's and be like, tap him on the shoulder very quickly.
Something the matter?
Remember how we saw the dead people, like way up the road before we got to the Emerald Loop?
How could I forget? I helped to bury them.
These people killed them.
How can you be certain?
Gunshot wound in the horse that was dead, and that guy has a gun.
Lots of people have guns. Persephone has one.
Lots of people in this area. I mean, you could ask him. You could go ask, but I'm...
How far away is the guy with the gun?
From you currently,
Yeah.
I'll put you on the map temporarily, so you can get an idea of the land. Let me get everything quickly readjusted. And just because their name has bandit in it doesn't mean anything, by the way.
Doesn't mean a single thing.
Nothing.
These are nice folk. The guy with the gun is right here.
Mr. Riding Horse.
Crap, are they not showing through the horses?
No.
That this one is, but not this one.
Try selecting the horse itself. Or like do you know how to click and drag like to make a cube selection?
A marquee?
Mm-hmm. Let's do that to the horse real quick, just a cube.
Yeah, nothing happens.
Nothing
I don't
happens.
control either of them.
Freaking rats!
Well, that's weird because, like I said, this guy is on top of his horse, but the other
Yeah, I
ones
knew
aren't.
this might get confusing. Hold on, I think I have a solution.
Oh, good.
Okay, that didn't work.
Oh, I saw him briefly.
Oh, there he is. Okay, so I need to get rid of this horse now. Bye, horse. Just assume they're on horses. I'm gonna try and get rid of the horses for now.
Okay.
As unfortunate as it has to be, they know they time the horses to go. Actually, wait, do you see 6 knives?
Yes, I see 6 knives. He's on top of his horse properly.
Yeah, the horse doesn't hide, and the rest are still under their horses.
Yeah. The riding horses are on top, but whatever horse he has is underneath them.
Yeah, that's what's tricky about it. Okay, well, I thought that could potentially happen. Oh, well, you get the idea.
Yeah.
You can measure the distance if you need to.
Are they heading away from us?
Currently, they're surrounding you while 6 earrings is... 6 earrings, fucking hell. 6 knives
Oh,
is counting the treasure and showing it to his peeps. And they're just keeping an eye over all of you. You guys can head forward if you wish, or do as you please. He isn't trying to stop you at the moment.
Oh, I moved upwards.
Excuse me, sir. Tax collector?
Looks down to you. Yes.
Did you run afoul of a wagon on the other side of the Emerald Loop earlier?
And why do you suppose that?
Just a hunch that I've had.
Well, it's best to disregard such a hunch. We did, but they ran afoul of us first. Weren't willing to pay their road and infrastructure tax.
And after they didn't pay their tax, you let them go with a warning?
We took a bit from them, but you can call it a warning.
There, you see, Persephone. They didn't kill those people.
You're not serious.
The one in the back right here is just kind of eyeing Persephone at the time, Finzira, you can see.
You're unbelievable. Actually unbelievable.
Finzira told me to ask, and I did, and we have our answer.
No, you don't have your fucking answer. There's a gunshot wound in the horse. That fucker is the only person anywhere near here besides me with one of those. Can you not see what's right in front of you? Are you that delusional?
Six Knives kind of takes the money at this point and just starts to pack it away as you two are arguing with each other, and just his horse slowly moves over as he goes up to the crack shot over here, and they start talking silently, which Finzira, you can see.
I don't think you can pin the blame on people just because of the objects they carry with them.
Tell me, who else have we run into with a firearm, people who have been extorting people on the streets, and look like that?
They might not be the kindest people ever, but they're not criminals.
They've killed people, Eric's.
They don't have blood on their hands. Unlike you.
You know, I'm gonna take a page out of your book for once. You don't listen to me? Then maybe I just won't listen to you.
And you'll see Six Knives turn around his horse and approach back to you and say, "You're done arguing now. You seem to understand a particular weapon our friend here seems to also be quite interested in. Care to explain how you know about that?"
Care to explain how you killed those people on the road? I think it'll be interesting sharing stories like that.
He rolls his eyes and he says, "Come on now. Let's make this easy. Don't draw nothing. Tell us what we need to know. You already paid us, so we have no reason to accost you any further. All we need is some information and we'll be on our way."
You wanna know where I got it? So fucking be it. I stole it, just like you're stealing from us. Does that matter?
So you got one. Looks over to the crack shot and he says, "Hey, D'Angelo, it's like you suspected." D'Angelo says, "Your ammunition. Hand it over, and we'll leave. We won't take anything else. You can keep the weapon itself."
I'm not like my friend back there. I actually have a spine. You try it, the ammunition will be in your head.
Make an intimidation check. Or persuasion.
No, it's intimidation.
The choice is yours. Damn you, dwarf.
Can I-
7.
Can I let him reroll that, please?
If that is an ability that you have the ability to do, then yes.
Yes, please. Reroll.
Sure thing. Are we keeping the one on the d6? I think so. I think that's how that works. So,
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
yeah. So instead, it's
God damn it.
10.
You got any more of them chronal shifts?
Technically, yeah.
Just let it happen. It's fine.
Fine. Okay.
There's only so many reactions you can take.
Look.
D'Angelo's gonna say, My pouch has been getting lower by the day, and you don't see stuff like this out here. Come on. I'll call it for half. Clearly seeing as you're a bit of a feisty one. Seem fair?
I'm gonna reach for my gun.
As you reach, the combat begins. Roll initiative. They waste no time attacking.
I have temp HP and I don't remember what from.
Food.
Food.
Oh, food.
A nice meal.
Man, my dice are not very
God.
good today.
6 Knives is gonna look up into the air and say, "Alright, let's loosen their backpacks. Help them carry their gear, men. Attack!" Combat will begin. Let me get the music going before I roll their initiatives. As combat begins, let me... Oh my god. Oh my...
That would be swell if they all rolled that.
It would be quite. Oh, your wish is my command. Of course, 6 Knives rolls high. And so is Crackshot.
Yeah. Alright. So, as initiative begins, a point of note, since I can't have the horses and the game won't let me have nice things, you can attack their horses if you would like to do so, but the horses are kept in mind for their movement speed. It's assumed they're riding them, and you can do what you wish with that information as you wish. All of them seem to have normal riding horses, except for 6 Knives himself, which seems to be riding on the back of a black war horse.
We had clear view, right, of them once they came out. Like, what are we talking, weaponry?
Talking weaponry. So, looking about all of them, and this is a heavy dust storm, so you are heavily obscured. But, except for Finzara, actually. But besides that
So
point...
everyone's heavily obscured?
Except for Finzara, yep. Well, no,
Okay.
not them. Not most of them, anyways. There's a few of them that don't seem to have any desert goggles on, but the ones who do are 6 Knives and D'Angelo, or the crack shot. The rest of them do seem massive. Actually, because I had to think about it, the drow over here seems to have one as well, which I'll explain. 6 Knives, as I said before, seems to have, well, 6 knives and what looks like a barbed lasso. The crack shot, as you now know, has a pistol, a basic firearm. This crusher over here seems to be armed with what looks like a warhammer and a shield and some decently heavy armor, this Duergar. This bugbear over here seems to be armed with what looks like a great club and almost next to no armor, some basic clothes. The drow themselves doesn't seem heavily armed at all. A basic shield and what looks like the vestments of a war mage at best, with some light weapons for attacking, and then this person over here seems low into the ground, stealthy and also lowly armored, but like more of a rogue than anything. Which you can infer from their names. Regardless, though, Finzira, as combat begins, how would you like to kick things off?
I didn't realize it rolled so fucking high. Oh, okay.
And I'm just going to go ahead and do this for everyone, so that we have a good idea of what's what.
Normally I'd have time to fucking think about what I want to do, but I am starting it off, so give me a second. Yeah. Okay, just start it out strong with
Good idea.
I mean, yeah.
I haven't intentionally started a combat in a long time. Like, it kind of felt good.
That felt good.
It always feels great when you're attacking the things and they aren't just immediately on sighting you, huh? I gotta add 75. And that's 100 gold to 6 Knives' inventory real quick.
Also, like, I guess I'm assuming you're gonna want to shoot this guy. So this guy's free real estate. Yes? Or...
I mean, why wouldn't he be free real estate? Yeah. They're all getting shot until they run away.
I mean, fair enough. Why not? Fuck it. I'm just gonna do thing for sake of thing, cause gotta go fast. Sonic, fast, gotta go fast. Sonic.
Sonic.
I'm gonna blast this man in the face.
Oh my god, you're hitting him with every missile?
Yeah.
Indubitable.
Indubitably.
Indubitably.
Is this like something I can climb on top of or no?
Yes, you can walk up it like a ramp.
Yippee! I'm getting the fuck out of here and like kneeling on the ground. Try and hide my fucking noggin a little bit from
Try and
sight
keep
line.
yourself low. Do you want to intentionally go prone?
Sure.
Alright.
Made my
That's
own
your
cover.
turn?
Yes.
And it works. Yeah, Six Knives immediately says, "Alright, lads, take 'em cold." And is going to immediately start off with some fun abilities that I have for him. He's a
Got
fun
some
one.
fun stuff going on over there.
So his big thing is that he's immediately going to take his lasso, roll it in the air, and then attempt to throw it at one of you. I'm just deciding who.
I can't believe
Okay.
you put an actual cowboy in the game.
He's gonna do it. This fucker was in the book. I'm gonna post something before we start this combat, actually. I just want to post this in the chat. He wasn't
Matthias
specifically
Mercer.
said to be a cowboy, but this line was written in there.
Road infrastructure tags.
Infrastructure.
Road and infrastructure. Which I love this guy. Eric's, you're getting the lasso thrown at you. So, first things first, will it hit? Oh boy. You don't have to make the saving throw yet, as the attack misses. Oh wait, hold on, I actually didn't get to see the result yet because, you have a reaction. Does it hit you, or are you gonna let it?
19. I can't remember if 19 hits me or not. It does.
Does right now, as you haven't equipped your splint armor yet. So for the time being, it does.
Did you not do
react
that
anyway?
when we were resting at a...
Alright. In that case, there's your damage, and we'll go with your strength save that you made, which is an 11, which means that you fail the strength saving throw. For the time being, and I gotta check what this is gonna be. Oh wait, hold on, this actually might not deal damage to you. Give me a second. On a failure, the creature is grappled by the whip and takes the... Okay, so you do take the damage, but you are now grappled by this whip, or lasso in this case. Whoop. And you can use an action to reattempt the saving throw, escaping the grapple on the success. While you're grappled, at the end of each of your turns, you'll take 1d4 plus 3 bludgeoning damage at the end of subsequent turns.
I do have a question, because they're all on horses, and horses
Mhm.
are like large creatures. Are they able to be hit in the 2x2 square, or is it still 1x1 square for the purposes of this?
The horses, so that's tricky. Just assume it's on the same tile as them for the sake of it.
Okay.
Just target them, but specify you want to hit the horses. Either way, Eric's, to explain that bludgeoning damage you'll be taking at the end of every one of your turns, you immediately feel a spiked lasso grapple onto you. As it does, you immediately fall to the ground, and he begins to drag you along as he's going to ride to the side. Of course, that's 60 feet. Yeah, yeehaw, and into the distance. Eric's, you are going
moving
to...
at half speed because he's moving with a grappled target.
You're actually right. Let me check, actually. This might be different. You can't use the whip to attack while grappling a creature within this way. While holding the whip, you can end the grapple at any time, but your move speed is halved when you move more than 10 feet away from the grappled creature as you drag it along behind you. Which he is doing. So his move speed will be halved. He'll get about this far. You'll come about over...
I will say, he's
Here.
using the horse's movement, right?
Yep. It's
Okay.
I'm still gonna half it just for the sake of him
Okay.
dragging Eric's along. It's still heavy. But you'll be placed right about there, Eric's, as you're being dragged. And I guess we'll also
Believe
say
it
that
or
you're
not,
prone.
I weigh about 400 pounds right now.
Oh my god!
Away.
Uh,
Flaming.
Okay. Yeah, I'll say you're still down. You're still being dragged along as it's a horse, but I'll keep that in mind as I'll say he's panting and saying, "God damn, this is gonna be a good haul."
That's what 2 sets of armor does to an MF.
Going forward, by the way, all damage that the bandits are dealing right now is non-lethal. Anyways,
Right now.
time for the crack
Keyword.
shot's turn. The crack shot is going to ride their horse along. Let me check. I had the horses on the map. It would have been easier, but now I gotta go look up riding horse distance. 60 feet. Okay. The crack shot is gonna go right onto here, and then around over here to make his 60. And then, well, he's gonna take a crack shot at one of you, specifically Persephone, who he's got a bit of a grudge with at the moment.
Yeah, I can see that one coming.
Making an attack with his pistol, he's going to load in special ammunition in the form of a hot shot. Let me make sure I don't have the description say arrow. Good. Advantage because you're blind.
Well, I can't parry bullets.
You can't parry bullets.
It'd be super cool if you could.
And there's your damage, but wait, there's more. So,
Oh, wait,
additionally,
there's more.
you're on fire for the time being, as a searing hot bullet of flame sears toward you, striking you and lighting a bit of your vest on fire as you're freaking to put it out. But additionally, it's going to try and hit your weapon, as he's going to use a disarming strike on you.
I haven't
I need
even
you
had
to-
the time to grab it yet.
I'll say you're, like
Disarming.
you're reaching for your pouch to grab out whatever weapon you planned to have out, which would be.
Your gun.
I think you said you were
I
reaching
started
for
the
your gun.
combat with the gun, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll say you're reaching for your gun and he takes a shot at it. But you manage to move your hand out of the way just in time to not have any unforeseen incidents as he's going to begin reloading for his next shot. One attack with his pistol and then he reloads because that's something he has to do. And then
Oh,
that
he's got
is the
one
end
of
of his
those
turn.
pistols. Ew.
I mean, it's the same as yours. Oh, wait, no, the one-shot pistols? Oh, yeah, his pistol has one bullet in it.
Alright, I got a couple questions for you, nerd.
Right out.
How good would you say Six Knives' grip is on his whip right now?
What you thinking?
Just that's the first of many questions.
Oh boy, howdy. I would say he's holding on pretty damn tight, and he's saddled to his war horse very tight as well, considering he plans to lasso things along. This is, assuming he's been cow wrangling in his time, he can carry some pretty heavy things along with him. And he's not so elegantly dragging you through the dirt as well.
Alright, then what I want to try to do, and if you'll allow it, is I want to try to dig my heels in to these like rocks and stuff on the ground to try to stop myself from being pulled, in the hopes that maybe it'll unseat him from his horse.
Here's what I'll say, for the sake of it, right? To have some fun, I'll say, because you know how most cow wranglers are set up, or even bull lassoers, they got some pretty tight bardings set up to keep them, attached to their mount. I'll say that if you want to try and pull against him, you can try and whip his lasso that he's currently holding around his chest at the moment to grapple him as well with his own lasso, so that you'll both be grappled, and just create a tangled mess.
Alright, or
Mm-hmm.
what if... Oh, I gotta read an effect. What does restrain do again?
You're grappled, not restrained.
I know, I'm not restrained yet.
Oh, okay. Restrained is enemies get advantage on you. You have disadvantage and you can't move, I believe.
Alright, so second follow-up question, third question I guess. Can I restrain myself to unseat him from his horse?
Can you
Like, theoretically, if I was to give myself the restrain condition, would that work?
What would you be attempting to do specifically? Just pull against him to attempt to pull him off of his horse, but taking the whole thing and getting tied up in it in the process?
I'm gonna channel divinity nature's wrath on myself.
Oh my god. You know what? Sure. I'll say I believe it takes half movement for him to remount his mount, but yeah, I'll allow you to do that if you want to do that. That sounds fun enough. All right, and you fail the save, I imagine.
Yeah.
Let me just go ahead and mark you here as restrained. As he just says, "Whoa now!" and then gets pulled off of the back of his horse and lands flat into the ground on his ass. And he says, "Oh, you varmint!" Oops. There we go. Anything else you wish to do? I'll say.
While restrained by violence, creature repeats a saving throw at the end of each of its turns.
At the end of your turn, you'll also be taking a bit of
So-
damage.
I'll end my turn, take some damage, and try to escape my own nature's wrath.
Nerd,
Yes.
where's Eridonis on the turn tracker?
Road infrastructure. It's fine. He rolled low anyways. So
These people are speaking my language.
Road infrastructure.
Road infrastructure. And this should have been piercing damage. I don't know why it says bludgeoning, so just assume it's piercing, but it doesn't really matter to you, I don't believe. So 4 points. Alrighty.
And that's 4, and then I have to do a, what is it, a strength saving throw? Strength or dexterity, it's choice. Well, don't mind if I do.
Oof.
You are
Ooh.
still restrained.
Shit. Dang.
That's enough. As the bandit basher is going to rush forward towards Eridonis, and then is going to fly into a barbaric rage. Oh, indeed. As he does, he is going to make an attack with his great club against Eridonis. It's normal because they're both blinded. Which misses.
Missed.
That's the end of his turn. Now it's the oppressor's turn, who isn't blinded. The oppressor, who, if any of you, I'll say specifically, yeah, any of you who want to can make a religion check if you would like to.
Everything. Why not? He's a drow.
I know all about.
Actually, I'm not focused on that right now. Never mind.
All right. Erickson Finzyra, in the commotion right before the fight started, you would have realized that this figure, this drow, though being like a war mage, is more specifically wearing what looks like a metallic gauntlet with metal shackles wrapped around it in design. This would be known as the holy symbol of the god Bane, the lord of tyranny and slavery. And
Ooh.
as you realize this, he's going to raise his hand up into the air, pointing out this metal-armed gauntlet towards, I'm gonna say... Let's see what the range is before I make any hasty decisions here. As this is a, now you realize, a war cleric.
Oh boy.
Alright, let's do some measurements. 60, 60, 30, 55, 80. Ooh, 80 feet. He is going to attempt, or she, I suppose, to cast Hold Person on you, Finzyra.
Yay, I get to take a nap. I get to stay laying on the floor.
Make a low wisdom saving throw, if you would.
I believe I also have advantage. Let's see. Advantage. Oop. Yippee!
You have advantage in wisdom saves, huh?
Yes, the Kelsh.
Alright, good to know. But you managed to succeed with flying colors, and the spell does not take effect, which I'll go ahead and delete that effect. And that's the end of the oppressor's turn for now. Now is Eridonis' turn. I have choices to make. Now, I know what Eridonis would want to do right now. But let me think. Persephone, do you have sunlight sensitivity?
No.
Cool. Hold on to that for now. I gotta do some measurements. I haven't been a warlock in a long time. So, that is a 20-foot spell. Ooh, he really can't hit anyone with fairy fire, so that's not gonna happen.
Yes.
Ooh. He is going to cast Hex. Aha, I know what to do with a warlock. Hex Eldritch Blast! Yeah!
In melee?
Coming back to me now.
I mean, he's already got disadvantage because he's
Actually,
blinded, so like,
you're right.
It'll average out to normal.
Wait. No. I have a better idea.
It'll just average out to more disadvantage, which doesn't do anything.
I know what Eridanis would do. He is going to cast Hex upon this Bandit Basher. He is going to cast it from Eric's your position, so add a d6 of temporary hit points if you want to go ahead and roll that for yourself. And skadoosh, skadonsh, hexed. Alright, and as he hexes this target, I'm just looking for the... There we go. He is going to pull out his Umber Hulk horn, and he is going to cast Shillelagh.
Cast Hex as a bonus action.
Huh? Shillelagh's
cast
bonus
Hex,
action. Oh, go
yeah.
figure.
Yeah.
Alright, never mind. Eldritch Blast! Yeah!
Yeah.
Cowboy time!
At least it's normal.
At least it's normal. Ooh!
Ooh.
Right to the
1d6
fucking
from
face.
his special awesome powers. 13 points of damage that is not resisted from his rage. And actually, I need to check. Did he have a custom effect tied onto this? Oh my god, he did. Hold on.
I love the accent that's just stuck.
Hey-ha! Didn't apply rage to him. Oh well, I tried. Anyways, next Eldritch Blast.
Yeah.
I feel like this
Yeah.
isn't even an accent. This is just nerd letting out his inner Georgian.
I'll let you know nothing that you ain't supposed to know. 1d6. I should have been a warlock all along. This is my calling.
And keep your mouth
Or
shut.
something.
Do you want him to lethal or non-lethal?
It's Eridanis. You do what you want.
I'm gonna-
Eridanis will blow his brains out.
Right. You know what? I got an idea.
What are you gonna
Are you gonna? Yeah, you're gonna ask him. Oh my
No, he's gotta give a
God.
spawn in like 20 minutes.
No. He'll respond quick. If he doesn't, I'll just say he non-lethals. We'll give him like 2 minutes.
Bear trap sphere.
I'll remind him.
Oh my God.
Bear trap sphere.
Oh my God. Oh.
That's got to make its debut when he's here, unfortunately. Alright, it's been long enough. He's just going to non-lethal this guy for now, even though you can't really do that with this kind of attack. I don't want to alter what you guys might want to do when your turns come around. That's not dead. That doesn't say dead. That says prone and unconscious. And I guess the hex doesn't really matter, and the blind doesn't really matter anymore. Alright, as you see Eridanis immediately shotgun release Eldritch Blasts right into the face of this this bugbear, who immediately just takes him to the chest, falls off of his horse, just kind of slumping off to the side right now while the horse is just running around frantically in circles. Eridanis is special. And then he's going to use his movement to...
In
I'm
circles?
just going to say go right around here. The horse is just running frantically in circles right now, as its rider is unconscious, still attached to it.
Can you? This is just for me, but can you do me the favor of
Definitely.
putting it on the board just for so I
The
can
horse?
visualize where it is? Yeah.
The horse is just assume it's on all of them.
I know,
Oh,
but
it's
it's
the
running
next horse
around
on that
now
too.
without someone on it.
It's running around with him on it.
Oh, he's dead on it. Cool.
Yep.
Or
6
quote,
9's
unquote.
horse is right here for the time being, I suppose. And yeah, you okay? I was gonna roll the d4 for you, but it seems you already had it.
I already knew it was coming.
Yep. How would you like to do, Persephone?
Seeing the flash of his gun come out and the force and the fire hitting my hand, I immediately start to shake again a bit before steadying myself, and I'm tired of reliving this, and I'm going to take aim with a grip point and fucking deck him in the head like I said I would.
That hits, because he doesn't have a high AC. And he can't parry a shot. The bullet
And I'm
immediately
going to
strikes him.
run towards him and take another one with take aim.
Oh no. First bullet strikes him in the side of the arm, sending... Okay, the other guy is dead, so, this makes the next part a lot better. Now it's a dead body riding on the back of a horse. As well as you immediately take the first shot, strikes the upper arm. Immediately his arm kind of goes limp and he drops the gun to the side in the ground before he starts to look towards drawing a scimitar. You take a next shot and it goes right through the head, taking him out instantly and killing him.
Okay, and then as soon as I dispatch him, I'm going to quickly turn around on my back foot and aim up at the bandit oppressor up here. Does he have any kind of cover or anything?
Not at the moment, besides the dust.
Okay. Well, in that case, don't fix what's not broken. Action surge, grip point, take aim. 26.
Damn.
For another, and then one more.
Oh, God.
All the grit, all the shots in my barrel.
Kill!
Kill! Okay, so that's another 11 piercing. As...
Can't wait till you guys meet another real tax collector later in the campaign.
And with
PTSD and you shoot him on the spot.
And with my last bit of movement, I'm going to duck and lean along the side of this wall, waiting for things to come back, swinging, just breathing heavily, kind of in a panic. But
So
also,
he takes 11
he's
damage.
concentrating on hold person, right?
He is not.
He's not?
Nope, because it didn't go off in the first place.
Yeah, it didn't stick.
Oh, okay. I guess I missed that, but that was the end of my turn.
Yeah, Finzara made the
bonus
saving
action
throw.
reload.
I was actually reload. Alrighty, on to Beaton's turn, because these guys all have names.
Beating the bandit backstab.
Beaton the Bandit Backstabber. The Deep Gnome Bandit Backstabber. Yeehaw, yeehaw. Gnomes have spells, apparently. Go figure, huh? Gnomish Cunning. Stone Camouflage. Yeah, it's not too helpful right now. You know what is helpful? He was avenging his fallen ally. Yeah, he'd prefer to use his crossbow. And he is going to go right here for now.
Is this
And he is going to
still-
make it.
Is this still an angle where I'd have, like, cover, or...?
I would say no.
Okay.
This is more around the rock. He actively moved to get you, so. Actually. Yeah, think for a second. Half your party's prone, which isn't very advantageous. And his sneak attack requires him to have advantage or an ally be within 5 feet. So he can't use that, so he's just going to take a bolt of acid shot at you.
Acid.
Normal attack, because you're both blind. First attack misses, and how many of these does he have? 2. Second attack, normal
You
because you're
can
both
only
blind.
fire one shot with a crossbow.
I have it read on the tap sheet to be 2, so just assume he reloads fast, I guess.
Okay, sure.
That's just how it's set up, I mean.
That's fine. Doesn't matter that much.
They're not NPCs. They're not players. They're NPCs.
I know. I just go by the weapon stats. I didn't really think that.
That's fair. Just in the future, just assume certain
No, it's
things.
good. I don't. It's fine.
Which is actually ironic, because on future Gunslinger NPCs, I did add a reload bonus action that they need to do, but this is besides the point for now. Here's your damage with the acid bolt. What the acid bolt does to you is your AC is reduced by 2 until the end of your next turn.
Yeah.
All right, and then the bandit backstabs. He can use the rest of his movement to go under this tree over here, and end his turn. Bandit Crusher. Oh, were you gonna say something, Era?
I was gonna say this is the same map where they killed those other guys.
Is it? Oh, yeah, you're right. It is. I
It
didn't
is.
even realize
Oh my
that.
God,
It is. I noticed it immediately, but I didn't say anything.
Go figure
The
it.
irony.
The Dwergar is thinking. The Dwergar is training. Horse is gonna dash on over to.
No, I don't.
Hey!
I
Don't
just
you run!
wanted,
Don't you run,
I didn't
partner!
want to. I just wanted to measure movement.
Don't you run, partner!
There would be a dead horse right here if this was the other map.
Attack against you. And normal attack, but your AC is reduced by 2.
-2, yeah. So
Mhm.
okay, so it's 13 now. Got it.
That misses.
Yeah, misses.
Alright, that's the end of that guy's turn because he's got 1 attack.
Oh, poor man.
Oh my god.
Zyra,
That was a
you're
lot
up.
of noises that just triggered off all at once. Oh my god.
Start of the round and beginning of your turn.
Yes, sir.
You see 6 Knives currently on the ground, getting ready to get up and go give a nice stab over to Eric's.
A nice stab.
Nice Nice.
Knife. Nice. Has he taken any damage? I don't think so. When
He
he
has
fell
not.
off? Okay.
Oh, fine.
Only the Oppressor has taken damage for the time being.
All this guy's got is a little bit of rope and a knife.
Rope and a
He's
knife.
got 6 knives, thank you very much. Yeehaw, yeehaw.
Alright. Well, I suppose this is kind of profiling, but
Damn.
I'm gonna assume that his intelligence is not very high based on how he's speaking.
Wow. You don't get out of bandit college with a low end, I'm telling you right now. Especially not if you graduate bandit captain.
Uh-huh. I'm just gonna, like, I don't know how high up this rock is, but I'm, like, gonna crawl up a little bit and poke my head over and reach out my arm and fucking wibble doo boo doo. Here you go. Make your insane, fucker.
Alrighty, 6 Knives is gonna make his intelligence haven throw. Oh, he fails.
Okay.
And he takes 10 points of damage and a lot of things he can't do now.
Yes.
Blah 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 blah. 10 points of damage. Can't take reactions, and he has to choose one thing he wants to do in his turn. Got it.
Oakley
very
dokley.
Nice of you.
I don't care. Anyway.
Not very ice of you.
Guess you could say it's not very knives of you.
Crawl
Ooh,
back into my
he can
cover.
throw knives.
I'm gonna peek
Yeehaw!
myself back down into my little
Yeehaw!
hidey hole.
Eric's. He's going to. He's prone at the moment. So are you, which would make this normal, which isn't good considering he wants
I'm
advantage.
Also restrained and grappled, so
You are, but
I'm not going anywhere.
I believe it gives him disadvantage in ranged attacks when he's prone, actually.
Mhm.
I'm gonna look that up. I actually have no clue.
Probably does, but it would also give him disadvantage because I'm prone.
That is true as well, as a matter of fact. Wouldn't you know? Alright. Then he's just going to kind of sit up against his horse, take one of his knives, give it a smooch, and say, "Take him out, Jabby!" And he's going to toss one of his knives at you.
Please tell me they're all named.
Oh yeah, they are.
Oh,
He has
hell
6
yeah.
knives in his inventory.
He's about to have 5.
That's great for him. I don't care if it hits.
It didn't
Oh.
hit.
Well, he'll re-roll then.
Well, wow, that's
Wow.
great.
Wow, thanks a lot.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
great. Have fun.
I'm so glad we have a
You
wizard
take the
in the party.
lower. You take the lower. It's fine.
You take the lower? Okay.
Calm down. Jeez. Anyway, enjoy your free fucking advantage, buddy. Congratulations, Eric's.
Your
You've been selected.
advantage.
Open up the time sphere, see the one where he does get hit, very quickly put it back.
Yeah. Nope.
Okay, and well, he can take his whole action, so he's going to attack with all of his daggers. He can make 2 ranged attacks with his daggers. He says,
That's great.
"That didn't work. Get him, Tickles."
Yeah. Tickles.
Damn it. That's the end of his turn.
Tickle.
And is at the end of his turn, does he get his stuff back? Mind spike.
Well, I mean, read the thing. Let's see.
You're the one who has the spell.
It's posted.
I, as the DM, have like 6 things to keep track of, creature-wise, so you can tell me how your spell works.
Until the end of its next turn.
Cool. So that was the end of its next turn. So he's back to normal.
Tickles and Jabby just end up in the dirt over here somewhere.
Yeah, they're over there for the time being, as he can't recall them. So
Novelty knives.
Wow.
your turn.
I've got
He's
a
still
whole
holding on to the
freaking
lasso.
turn to
It's
try
one
to
of-
escape this lasso.
It's-
So I'll do that.
Oh my god. It's one
Well,
of
if you'd
the
like to use your action, you could.
It's one of the failed knives just on the ground near him,
Both
like
of them are.
nice.
Yeah, just on the ground next to him.
Oh my god.
Would you like to use your action to break free from the lasso or to attempt?
Yeah, I would like to attempt.
All right, go ahead and make a strength saving throw.
I have advantage.
Apply my advantage.
Yep. Strength or dex, but you know.
Wow, you rolled low.
Still a
Well,
fail?
12 beats it, right?
Nope, it's a 14.
Alright, well, I can't move. So,
At the end of your turn, partner.
nah, I got some bonus actions, probably.
Okay. I'm just gonna prepare the damage while you're doing that one.
Oh boy.
Let's see.
For reference, could I, like, in theory, run over there and cut him out, or no?
Not cut because it's a magical item.
Fair enough.
But I would say you'd be able to help him break free from it. You'd have to help him with a check. I'd say you'd give him like advantage on the check.
Okay.
Alternatively, you can kill 6 knives, which
That
solves
too,
the
yeah.
problem.
Working on it.
Yeah, don't. I guess I could cast a spell, but I'm going to save them. So I'm just going to end my turn.
Alrighty, then you take this much piercing damage, and you can go ahead and make your saving throw for your restraint. Ear
This is a
steel
brilliant
restraint.
idea, guys.
I mean, he had disadvantage. He missed you with his knives. Bandit Oppressor is up, and things are looking weird. 2 bandits have been slain so far, which is quite unoptimal. I'm just gonna remove them from the... Actually, wait, crap. Don't want to do that because they have loot on them. He's come back. Okay, he came back. Whew!
I nearly
Alrighty.
fucked the entire thing.
I had screenshots saved because I'm prepared. He is going to use a 2nd level guiding bolt. But his horse is going to ride down here. Over here. And he is going to stay right below the bank right here where Finzyra can't see him at the moment. And is going to shoot the bolt out towards Persephone to try and gang up on one target. And like I said, it's a 2nd level. Okay, let's see if it hits with advantage. And a reduced AC.
Can't parry a guiding bolt.
I pair a garden bolt. Next country album that he rides.
Ooh.
Them's your damage roll.
And them sure is.
And the next attack against you have advantage.
No way, man.
Yep.
Wow, no way, man.
Eridonis is up. Eridonis is going to attempt to annihilate this bandit oppressor, who's been oppressing his companions. Using his bonus action, he shifts his hex over to the oppressor for the time being. Though he's going to take some wacky shots here. I just need to figure out where this is. Hold on. Marked. There we go. Skadoost and Skadonk with disadvantage. Oh my god. This boy don't miss. Yeehaw. 14 points is enough to kill that bandit oppressor as he sends him dead to the ground with an Eldritch Blast. And then he's immediately going to use his next Eldritch Blast to take a shot at 6 knives. Boom, boom. With disadvantage, so I'm going to reroll that. If it... I'll tell him.
Don't tell him.
Something that I saw, don't worry about it. Nothing happened. He missed. Anyways. That's where he's going to end his turn. Persephone, you're up. And
Yeah, as this, what is that,
Oh.
Durgar? Yeah, it's a Durgar.
First, you take that much fire damage.
I do, yeah. As that, and that only lasts 2 turns, right? Sword done burning.
Yep, I believe so. I'll double check,
Okay.
but... Yep,
For
2
now?
turns.
As that Durgar comes down and tries to whack me with the Warhammer, I just very quickly move my head out of the way as it slams into the rock, and then point this gun directly at his face.
Angrily looks at you, but then catches a hot bullet to the
Oh, he
head.
sure does.
Jumps out of the way, gets clipped just barely, but not enough to make any major wounds. You do hurt him substantially, though.
Just stay away from me. As I
Another
fire another one,
Barely hits. Boy.
and then I use my bonus action to very quickly use my left hand to reach for my sword and hope to get a nice clean cut to finish it.
Ooh.
Yeah, these were normal, and that hits.
Another 4 piercing.
Okay, he is not doing so hot. Whoop. Barely kicking.
Yeah. Problem is, so am I. So let's see about repositioning here. I don't think there is any good repositioning here.
Not particularly.
Yeah, no, not really at all. Oh well, I will dance around him to the side, and we'll end that there.
Alright. Bandit Backstab's gonna move up right around here.
Oh my god.
I mean, yeah, that's how it goes.
Welcome
And
to
there's
chess.
a lot of weird things happening. So the guiding bolt gives advantage, but it's neutral because of... I guess it's... This is weird as hell.
Mutual blindness.
Mutual blindness. I mean, you're both blinded, so it's a neutral attack plus the
You can
advantage.
definitely
I
trigger.
don't know if that stacks.
You said he had sneak attack, right? You can definitely trigger that though.
You can trigger sneak attack, but I'm wondering about the advantage.
If you have advantage and another advantage and disadvantage, it all cancels out to neutral. And
Yeah,
you
that's
don't
what I
get
thought.
sneak attack on it unless the ally.
Well, he has
triggers
an
sneak
ally
attack.
within 5 feet, yeah.
Yeah, it'd be a flat roll.
Alright. Nope, flat roll it is then. First attack. Oh, wait, don't want to use an acid arrow.
Don't want to use an acid arrow.
Normal. Guiding bolt be damned.
That is a natural one.
Hell.
Next attack. Come on, buddy. There we go.
Can't parry a bolt.
For being called Benji the Bandit Backstabber or whatever his name is, he sure
Beaten.
is not stabbing a lot.
Yeah, he can stab, but stabbing ain't what he wants to do right now. And you'll additionally take sneak attack damage. So add
Sure.
that on top of the damage you took.
All right, well, time for 0 and 2 death saves coming up.
2?
Yeehaw!
Why 2?
Bandit Crusher is going to... Actually, hold on. What's Bandit Crusher going to do? Bandit Crusher has a lot of things he can do here. He is going to, well... I mean, shit, advantage, disadvantage, canceling. Things get weird in the Sandstorm, apparently. Can't do any of that. Alright, he's just going to go ahead and go over to Eridonis and make an attack against Eridonis. I'll save hitting you while you're down for later, buddy. And that's all he can do. Bandit Buddy ain't too great. he's the fighter of the group, and I forgot to give him his action surge, so CR1 creatures. Finzira, what would you like to do?
That is a great question. Thank you for asking.
You're welcome.
I'm pretty sure you got that handled. You look like a very capable individual, buddy, old pal. Let me just measure shit out here. Me. Features. Okay. Great. You're unconscious, yeah? Yep.
Correct.
Correct. Alright. Does this guy look like he looks fine, huh?
Who?
This guy. Mr. Backstab.
Yep. Very
That
healthy.
is great for him.
It is actually.
I'm trying to weigh my decisions, but at the same time, I think this is probably the correct thing that my character would do. So anyway, here you go.
Rats.
6 HP. Congratulations.
Sweet.
What is like? Oh yeah. I have to fucking hold on real quick. Let me move into position.
Even with your distance spell, what is
Yeah,
the
I
range?
know. I need to move. I think. Is it counting 5 because that's the square that they're occupying, and it's making it more?
Nope. I just counted it out. It's 35 from there
How do you figure?
because I counted the squares.
But the square directly past her is also 30.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35.
Nerd.
The
I'm
ruler that I
confused.
have selected.
It says 35 here.
I know, but when I'm confused.
Less cubes to reach that distance. You're looking too deep into that.
No, I'm not. All of them are 30, except for that one, which is counting walking through them, I think.
It isn't, because I can count the cubes.
You're gonna piss me off.
What? Just count the squares!
I am!
I'm measuring on your token, and it's not saying that it's 40 now, magically.
I mean, I will say, counting the squares, you do get 6, which is 30.
Like, if you measure directly from Finzyra to Persephone right now, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. If you're counting both yourselves. Measuring to there, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35.
It's the same amount of squares.
But you only count one of them, you don't count both of them. Because
There
it's
you go.
touch range. So it's touch range is like someone right next to you.
I know,
Well,
but I
it's-
have
Well,
a distance
this would be
spell.
extended, distance spell, 30 feet.
Go ahead and
So it'll
activate the
it'll
ability.
be extended from like that square.
Okay, because sometimes when you walk through someone, it counts somebody as an
Yes,
extra 5
I know that it
feet.
does that.
I'm wondering why the square directly next to her is 30 and on both sides is 30, but on her is 35.
Just measure the distance from you to Persephone, and then that's the distance you've got.
I'm getting angry.
We're getting into this. We can determine this by just having me move here for like 2
That
seconds.
also works. Yeah, go for it.
30
It's
feet.
30.
Congratulations.
You don't have to get angry about it.
I'm just getting frustrated because I know what's
Why?
happening and you're telling me it's not.
I counted the squares, and it's 35 from you to him.
Anyway, take
I
your
mean,
6 health.
Just, it's not. I guess you're not counting yourself, and it's whatever.
Okay, anyway.
Yeah, I mean, what's there to get angry about? Playing a game. Go ahead and end your turn if you have nothing else you'd like to do with your bonus action. Also, you aren't prone.
No, I'm not.
Did you count that it took half your movement speed to get up?
Mm.
You know what? We're just not going to worry about that for now. Anyways, it's Six Knives' turn.
No, I'm gonna move back where I was.
Don't do it. Just don't worry about it. Just let's move on. I'd rather not be stuck on this forever. Anyways, Six Knives is going to stand up from prone, and he's going to walk over onto you, Eric's, and he's going to go ahead and try and make his attacks. First, he is going to pick up Jabby. Actually, he's not going to do that, unfortunately. He used Jabby and Tickles, I believe, so he is going to make an attack against you. He's going to say, Boy, I'll tell you now, I got a grudge with you. And he's gonna go ahead and make an attack with advantage.
I love this man.
Me too. Anything you'd like to do?
I like to cast shield at first level.
Alrighty, go ahead. That attack is blocked.
I don't think it actually does anything.
What's your AC currently at?
19.
Alrighty.
Should be 20 something. 24.
Gotcha. Well, he's gonna go ahead and make another attack against you anyways. He can make 3 of these, so he's going to,
I'm gonna say, you told me you were a tax collector.
Well, we lied, and I'm gonna shave your bones for what you've done to us.
Shave your bone. Oh my fuck.
That misses, and then he's going to make one more attack with a scimitar, which he doesn't have a catchy line for. Almost a 20. But I believe it misses anyways, because of your shield.
It doesn't tell me.
Oh, it was a crit. It was a 20, apparently.
That will hit.
And he's gonna slash on downward. Yeehaw! 14 points of damage from the crit, as he's just holding on to the lasso, holding you down while he's making a series of attacks against you. I'd say like the lasso's on the ground under his foot right now. He's holding it.
Is he making all these attacks with one hand?
Like I said, I'd say he'd like drop the lasso for now, but you're still tangled up in it amongst other things. As a matter of fact, I'll just say he lets go of the lasso and you're just not grappled anymore. Doesn't really matter considering you're restrained anyways, and he doesn't really care enough. So the lasso's to his side and he's just attacking you with his daggers, and his horse is just in the background at the moment. So that's that. Eric's, it's your turn.
Well, still can't stand up because somebody thought it'd be a great idea to restrain themselves. Don't know who would do a
Always fun.
stupid thing like that. But what I can do is... Hey, wait a minute. No, never mind, that doesn't matter. I'm going to try to attack him back. Which I can do because restraint does not prevent me from using my arms to do stuff. So we're going to do a booming blade. And we're going to also... So that's the action to booming blade, but before I do that, I would like to cast... No, I don't want to cast. Just booming blade for now.
That would normally hit. He is going to parry the blows, which adds a +2 to his AC for that specific attack.
What's
Means
his
that attack
AC now?
misses. Wait, actually? Okay, it gave me the option to parry even though he only has an AC of 15. That would hit. Just ignore the parry, I guess. Pretend that didn't happen. Go ahead and roll damage.
Alright. I'm going to Divine Smite this guy. For that, plus Booming Blade. Alright, I think I did this correctly, but if it's wrong, I'll live with it. He takes 20 points of assorted damage.
Oh my god. That is a substantial port of assorted damage, but he is still kicking strong.
And I will end my turn and try to escape my thingamajig.
Alright.
Which I think I still fail.
Think you fail. Your own DC is hard to beat, huh?
What is my DC? Where do
Oh
I
no,
find that?
you should know that. It's in your spell book. You can look at the bottom. Your DC 14.
Oh, just barely failed it.
Yeah, pretty much. Alright, Eridonis is up, and he is going to just smoke Bandit Crusher right now. Boom, boom, boom. Not even thinking about it. Oh my god.
He's got a D6 to add to that?
No, he didn't apply his hex yet. For now, he just took his first shot.
Come on, Eridonis, you're
And he's
smarter than
going-
this.
Then he's going to reapply his hex to Bandit Backstab, who he is then going to shoot with an Eldritch Blade. Alright. Normal. The first attack he misses with a natural 1. This bandit's simply too slippery. Persephone, back up from the brink. What would you like to do? Most of the bandits have fallen at this point.
Well, somebody try to take me out of it, and I'm going to take them out of it permanently.
Oh boy.
Oh, that's Bandit Backstab. Cool. They're the blinded one. Time to go. Oh, that's what I love to say. 1 grit point back. Thank you very much.
Oh boy. That is a grit point back.
How's he doing? Does he need another?
9 points of damage? Oh yeah, he needs more.
Oh, yeah.
He doesn't have 9
All
health. Fortunately.
Is the one
doesn't have a
he
lot,
has a
though.
crossbow?
He has a crossbow and a short sword.
A short sword?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Nah, I'm not gonna disarming strike that. Don't need to. Alright.
Still hits. He doesn't have a high AC. Just barely hits him.
Poor man, honestly. And then I do have movement. You know, what's a bonus action for, really?
What's a bonus action for in the end of the day?
It's a oh, dang. Actually misses. Shame.
First attack that misses. But he did take the 9 points of additional damage from your attack. Cunning action. He is going to use his bonus action to disengage. As he looks 6 knives into the eyes. And then he is going to gallop his horse along, action dash, and is going to leave the fight. As he is going to break into a full retreat.
Good for him. Honestly.
Horse disengaged, though.
I honestly can't
Yep.
be mad. That man has a head on his shoulders.
You know what? I'll let you make an attack against his horse, Persephone, as a opportunity attack, since Eric's brings up a good point.
Nah, I'm good.
Alright. Zara, you're up. It's just 6 knives left at the moment in his horse.
I'm kind of freaking out. I'm not freaking out that much to not let them run away if they want to.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, well,
Besides, this guy's got our money, right?
yeah,
Yeah, 6 knives got her money.
he does.
He looks like
indeed.
he's priming to run as well.
Well, in that case. Alright. Do a large kablooey one. Walk up our friend here. Kind of. Yeah.
This horse is very patient, just standing there while he gets his butt kicked.
Oh yeah, super patient. Well trained, well trained. War horse. Let's see what the horse's name is.
You know what? Fuck it. Why not? This for the money. Dice, you got this. You got this, Dice. You got this. Get him. Fucking get him.
Holy shit.
That's a lot of damage.
that is max damage magic. So alright, yeah, that'll do.
He is really weakened by that strike as the bolts hit him all up and down. And he's, as I said before, priming to flee.
He's still alive.
Just barely.
Ah. Mm. Wait a minute. Hold on. How much did I know? I moved. Fucking shit. I wish I could have something.
He has been hit by booming blade, so if he moves,
That is true.
Yeah. Well, he was gonna do it anyways.
That's great. That's great for him. I'm gonna give him a nice other juicy thing to look at that he can.
he ain't interested in looking.
That's
So
great.
he's gonna pull his knife out,
Mhm.
plan his one, if not last, catchy catchphrase with his knife, and instead consolidate surviving. Give me a second. I need to look something up. He is going to use his free interaction to go ahead and pick up Jabby off the ground and say, "Don't worry, girl, I won't leave you." And then he's going to use his action to disengage, and he's going to move. How much damage is that?
2d8.
2d8. 2d8? Okay, you can go ahead and roll that damage if you'd like. It's a lot of damage. He's going to immediately turn tail and attempt to run. He'll never take me alive! How do you want to do it?
Yes!
I imagine
10 health.
this is like, it's thunder damage, right? But it's also like vaguely nature related. So it would be like as he starts to run, a little bit of the dirt and rocks around his feet just trip him up, just enough so that as he's beginning to fall, a vine comes out and slaps him across the face.
Vines in the desert! And he's sent dead. Unless you want to non-lethal him with that choice is yours.
I don't think I can non-lethal him with that. That's
I'll allow it if you want to, but just because you're hitting him with a vine.
sure. Let's non-lethal him.
Alright. With that, the combat is over, as you are successful. We just knock him prone real quick. Hit the end combat button. And for the time being, I'm going to use the restroom, so we can go ahead and take a quick break.
Julio?
Reconvene in a few minutes. Do what you need to do, and we'll get back to looting when I arrive.
Look at that, guys. We got ourselves 4 horses.
Yeah, there are 4 horses just right for the taking now.
I guess the bugbear too, so 5 horses.
Yeah.
We can't leave these guys out in the desert, though. We have to, like, at least make an effort to bury them.
You can do whatever you want with their remains.
While you're looting all their bodies, I'll dig a hole for them.
He was a liar! I told you! I told you! You didn't listen to me!
I think what Eric's would do is suggest that we tie this guy's hands up and take him to the Aurora Watch. Serve time.
I thought you were gonna say that you'd suggest to take his hands.
That's such an Eridanus thing to say.
Well, luckily as well, we didn't hurt any of their horses, so technically we could ride their horses. We can move faster.
I see this as an absolute win.
I'm sure they'd be interested in apprehending the notable bandit who's been plaguing the roads.
That's why I wanted to
sure
know where the horses were that he said was running around in the circle with this guy, because I wanted to, like, slide down this fucking thing and, like, jump onto the horse and kick his dead body off. Yeah, I eat my horse now. A wizard on a horse is truly terrifying.
Wizard on a horse. The only weakness is the horse.
Animal handling. How's the horse a weakness, though? All in all, you get like a shit ton of
Horse
movement.
has, like 17 hit points or something, doesn't it?
Mm.
I feel like they're really weak. Like you get them shot once or twice, and there goes your horse.
All I know
And then
is
your
it
face planted into the dirt.
allows me to be very immobile.
Don't worry, we'll sweet talk these horses with a few speak with animals, and they'll take us wherever we want to go.
Oh, hey, look on the bright side. We find ourselves in a sandstorm again. There's going to be at least like 4 more pairs of goggles in here. So,
Yeah,
easy peasy.
you can take them off their bodies. Yeah, I think it was this guy has one. This guy has one. And he has one. So all of us now have goggles. Yippee. An absolute win. Max damage fucking magic missile. I did ask them very nicely. They delivered. Unavoidable nuke to the face.
I do love Sarbamba.
I went and got myself some chips.
Chips are good.
Ritz baked cheddar.
Oh god, I'm dumb. I should be using this time to go to the bathroom. Be right back.
That is what it's there for. And I should do the same thing.
Okay. Now we really gotta just get him out of the fucking tangled mess he's gotten himself into. He's a fish in a net.
I feel like from now on, Eric's will trust Persephone a lot more.
What about me? I'm the one that told you in the first place.
Yeah, but I already trusted you a lot.
But you didn't listen.
Look at the rival chart.
But you didn't listen.
They killed those people. Goes and asks him, "Did you kill those people?" No. Well, then I guess they didn't do it.
I trusted
Eric-
you enough to walk
Eric's
up and ask
our
them to their
beloved
face.
himbo.
Not my fault. They were
I'm here
very
for it.
persuasive.
Oh.
I looked at our pins to go get the rival chart. I see the nat 1 death save. God.
It's also posted in the important links chat as well.
Alright, I forgot we have double tally marks now.
I did it for fun, and now people are doing it. I didn't want Eridonis to feel like he wasn't moving up.
I didn't want the unhinged crazy man to feel sad.
Look, okay, if I'm scared what might happen if I lose graces with him. Something bad might happen. Look, okay, Eridonis is the guy that says, "Hey, Finzyra, don't show up to school tomorrow."
Fact is, you trust him more than me.
Yeah, I mean, I do. That's true.
Damn.
It's probably because I have more influence over, like, swaying what he does versus you, because I try to tell you, hey, these people are fucking crazy, and you go, well, actually, they might just be misunderstood. Let me talk to them. They lie to you. Well, I guess that's the truth. I have no way of knowing.
These people might be crazy and probably kill people. I'm like, all right, let's go find
I said
out.
that they did kill people, and you told me, let me ask.
The scientific method. And look, we got our answer.
Oh my god. Assuming everyone tells the truth.
Why would
Hopefully,
you by default assume everybody's nice and friendly and truthful?
I wonder. A mystery, truly.
Listen, where Eric's is from, it's a very small island.
Uh-huh.
Everybody knows everybody.
Everybody knows
This
your
ain't the
name.
island, buddy. This ain't Kansas anymore.
It's an island. A very big island.
It's
I could almost call it a continent.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
really.
Bit of a culture shock here.
a wee bit of a culture shock. Just a wee little bit.
Well, hopefully this helps teach you for the future.
I mean, that's what it was. I had Eric's go up and talk to the nice man so he could learn a valuable lesson.
Trial by fire. Damn, you threw him to the wolves.
They were a bunch of chumps.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway,
Mm-hmm.
now we've got one combat
Anyway,
counter.
indeed. Now
Finishing up a Oh my god. Jesus H. Alright, make the music back up.
Music spin up. I mean, change.
I mean, to the right
change.
track.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Boom. So, back at it again. You all finish up the combat encounter. Bandit Captain currently knocked up, unconscious, and on the ground. Most of the rest of them dead, and one of them still running in circles with his horse.
Persephone is just weakly limping back towards the direction of the one with the gun, their own gun still in hand, before they get over to where they dropped it once the shells flew into their head.
Damn it, the horse
One of
ran
the
away.
horses runs off. The rest of them are still stationary at the moment, though. Four
I'm
of
just
them remaining.
gonna reach down on the ground, pick it up, and stare at it for a bit.
I'll put it in your inventory. Do you wish to take their ammunition as well?
Oh, of course I wish to take their ammunition.
Okay, they have 5 hot shots on them.
I'm gonna try and help you get out, buddy.
5 hot shot bullets, and then 20 pistol bullets.
I can add the pistol bullets, the rest... oh, yeah,
I don't
you
know
did.
if they... I think they added, yeah.
Yeah, you added them. You
And
got
then the
'em.
pistol itself, which I added to your inventory.
The,
And simple leather armor.
Does the Thorn Gang over there want to say some more things before I continue?
I'll say, with due time, the vines will fall away as combat comes to an end.
Unhand me.
The vines release,
I'll hold my hand out to him to try and help him.
pulling them away and
Oh.
eventually coaxing them back.
I'll accept the offered hand and get up with assistance.
Well, he was a liar. Can't say I'm that surprised.
Now I know what it's like to be trapped in those vines.
Well, that's one group of people that won't be harassing other people anymore, I suppose.
I guess you're right. They really were the people responsible for that last attack.
Yeah. You didn't believe me when I said it the first time?
I'm gonna stoop down and pick up my gold.
You take up your 100 gold once more, and I can send you the rest of his inventory if you want to see what he's got.
Sure.
I'll post it in OC.
I believed you knew what you were saying, but what were the chances that he was the only one carrying a gun?
I'd say it's decently rare to see somebody with a gun. A lot of people don't even know what they are. So. And this is like a connecting path. From anyway, but it is what it is. Just try to like not believe everyone at face value in the future.
You're saying I should be more judicious.
Just because somebody tells you that they didn't do something doesn't mean that they didn't do it, because not everybody is going to be honest up front, especially if they have something to hide.
I'll keep it in mind. Now, what should we do about him?
Well, you've got what you wanted off of him, or...
We probably shouldn't leave him armed, lest he go hurt others.
As a matter of fact, I'll say you're able to find an extra 100 gold on him on top of the 100 you already found.
For reference, nerd, is the guy breathing? Is he
he's still
unconscious?
breathing.
Okay.
He's just out cold at the moment. Daggers just fluttered in his hands, falling to the ground around him.
Well, yeah, I mean, you could completely disarm him, and if you'd like to, tie him up in his own little magical rope there and ask him questions, but that's completely up to you and your discretion.
I'll take his bandolier of daggers and his whip off him, and the 100 gold to redistribute later.
I'll add all those to your inventory. You want to leave his scimitar?
No, I'll take that too. All the weapons, just... I guess I'll carry him under one arm for now. Bundled up.
And then you can read what they do if you would like.
Well, we shouldn't leave him here in the sandstorm, at least. Perhaps the Aurora Wash would be interested in apprehending this man.
You're saying we cart him all the way into Bazzoxan?
It's not far from what I understand.
And then what if he just tells the tale of us murdering people look back at the
I'll post what all of them have in the chat in the meantime.
Then I suppose we'll have to be extra coercive.
I suppose so, huh? I mean, we can try it. We've tried a lot of your things in the past as well, but we'll see what happens.
Let's see what Persephone says.
As you turn back around to where Persephone was standing earlier, you can see that she's now sitting on the ground, leaning up against the back of this rock. And could both of you make me an insight check?
Yes, I can. It's very good. Oh my god, that one's even better. Holy shit. Hi, Thomas.
Despite her best efforts to not be showing anything right now, her eyes are definitely tearing up. Something about this really got to her. But as they hear you coming over, before you could say anything, she just stands up, turns around, gets back to looking through this guy's stuff, and waiting for you guys to say something first.
It seems you were right after all.
Yeah, have a tendency for that. You can
I shouldn't
keep
have been
whatever.
so quick to dismiss you.
Yeah. You shouldn't. You shouldn't have. Let that be a lesson about what it's like around here.
It will be a lesson to me to have more faith in the people I put my trust in.
She just she tries and fails to mutter something under her breath without really looking at you in the eyes. Thank you.
Doesn't mean we're always going to be 100% correct on every mark, but at least it's a good maybe 75% chance.
Then 25% of the time we'll be wrong together.
Yeah, that works for me. 25%'s not that big. We should, Is he dead? I didn't get a look.
Ooh, the
Man guy.
he's still breathing, just not conscious.
Yeah, well, we'll keep him tied up. We can put him on the back of one of these horses and just get him carted off to Bazzoxan. I'm sure we can probably get some kind of bounty for that.
Okay. Can take a minute if you need a minute.
No, we don't need a minute. We need to keep going. Just
What should we do
wrangle
with
up
his-
everything they got.
What should we do with his weapons?
What is nice? Keep him.
They all seem to have names inscribed into the side of them.
What are the names again?
They're in the OOC.
I don't know. See, lovely.
I love the
Holy
names.
Symbol of Bane, Manacle, Shield, Sword, Shard. I want Grudge. Can I have Grudge?
Well, Story, you have the sword.
I'll hand the whole pile over to you.
Oh, okay. Alright.
Congratulations, you're the proud owner of like 8 different weapons.
I suppose I am.
Gotta make sure I add tickles.
Tickles.
Gleam's gotta be in there. Couldn't go without Gleam. Bone Shaver's important.
Am I desperate enough to take the studded leather armor off a man? I don't think I am.
You'd like to loot the additional people, you may.
Who are the additional people?
I put in a see what all of them have on them.
The other
Oh,
three.
okay. I thought you meant additional on top of
Nope.
what was in
No.
here.
Nope.
Okay.
Um,
I am interested in that holy symbol of Bane, just a little bit.
If you'd like
I want to
to
at least look at it.
Alright, so to go back onto that from earlier, I'll add it to your inventory. And I'll do a few things here. A little history lesson. It's in your inventory now, but you would know Bane is a simpler name, and the name he is more commonly referred to as the Strife Emperor. The holy symbol itself would look similar, but not exactly the same as... Let me get the picture. And I'll put it in the art channel. This. A single metal gauntlet with a chain wrapped around it. As I previously stated, his province, more specifically, less towards slavery, that was a fact I simply got wrong, but more towards conquest and tyranny. And this drow seemed to be a worshipper. Alongside this, you find a series of shackles or manacles used to restrain prisoners.
Alright. Well, I'm going to take that holy symbol and throw it to the wind as far as I can.
Alright, you can remove it from your inventory if you'd like. As it's lost to the dust.
Oh, and I'm getting my fang back from that asshole.
Your fang?
That's all the bookkeeping, the Udak one. I threw it at him.
Oh, yeah. It's just on the ground, kind of rolling.
Yeah. Oh. But that's bookkeeping over. Back to, yeah.
well, I suppose I didn't take a moment for myself when I was in distress, so even if
I'm
I...
fine.
Sure.
Are you sure you're fine? You
Yes,
seem to
I'm
be
sure I'm fine.
Going through a lot right now.
Don't worry about it.
Perhaps we can find some respite outside of this sandstorm and take a moment to collect ourselves. I know I could use the rest.
She doesn't want
Just a moment.
direct attention on her right now.
Just a moment.
It's just...
Did we want to take the horses or not?
Yes! Take the horses.
I have no way to tell you to talk to the horses right now without it being a complete tone shift.
It's okay. I was already trying to like guide him away from you anyway, so I can just be like, why don't we just try and get the horses in order so that we have a faster way to get to Bazzoxan? Give her some room to breathe.
Right, I suppose we'll have to return them as well.
They might have stolen their horses for all I know, but we'll figure it out.
Ritual casting, speak with animals. I think that's, yeah, I can ritual cast, okay.
Alright. Horses are... The 4 that remain are currently just stationary at the moment. Do you see they have like blinders on to keep the dust out of their eyes?
Shaking my maracas for 10 minutes while Persephone goes through some traumatic event.
You do so. And eventually the spell is cast off.
Is anyone else doing anything in the meantime, or should I just
Did we tie
carry
him
on
up?
with it?
I was on fire, so
It's not restrained. by anything at the
brushing
moment.
He's
some
not
ashes
restrained.
off.
Mhm.
I don't even have. don't even have a rope. Okay, cool.
One of the corpses has manacles on them.
Doing in this moment?
One of the bodies has manacles.
Okay, well, I'll take that then and put it on him.
Alright, you shackle him up with these heavy metal manacles and they grab on tight. What's Eridanis doing?
Yeah.
Oh my god, walking in circles.
Satisfactory.
Alright. Anyone else got anything they'd like to do?
Did we loot everyone already, or is that what's happening right now?
They had on him was all posted in the chat.
Okay.
So if anyone wants to take anything, anyone can say so.
That's all. I thought there was going to be more. Okay. Let's see.
What happened to his lasso? Is that around him?
Currently Eric's took it, I believe.
Okay.
And it is spiked, so wrapping him up in it would probably kill him.
What stuff has already been taken for reference? That's what I need to know.
The manacles and the holy symbol of Bane has been thrown into the air, and that's it. And then for
The
Six
knives.
Knives himself, I mean, it's written in his thing. You don't have to look at the box above him. It's all written there.
I suppose I'll just make sure that I grab everything that hasn't been grabbed.
If you'd like to. It's a lot to carry.
We have horses. Horses can carry things.
I would say, if you want, you can take one set of armor and then the weapons, sure.
Fine.
So choose what your favorite set of armor is.
I think. Do we already take the studded? Yeah, we did. Okay. Oh.
I did, in fact, not take the studded because I think it'd be a little uncouth to undress this man right this second.
His clothes.
Why not? We'll get the scale mill. That's pretty neat.
Can I hand Eridanis my shovel and tell him to dig some holes exactly 6 feet deep?
He starts digging exactly 6 feet deep holes.
6 feet deep.
And then I'll instruct him to make them wide enough to fit a body.
And the hand crossbow. That is what I'm taking.
Go do that. I'm adding all to your inventory. What armor did you want?
The scale mill.
Alright.
While I'm putting this man to work, I'll start talking to these horses.
Okay. What would you like to say to the horses?
I'll go up to the nearest one and I'll say, "Greetings, beast of the land.
Hi.
How come you by your riders? The men who were riding you through the storm.
What?
Where did you pick them up?
Oh, there's a place with a lot of people in it. They bought us there, and then we left.
They purchased you from a previous owner.
I think.
Do you know your way back there? Is it far?
A bit.
Which direction is your home?
It's over that way, and he looks towards the end of the road you guys were coming from. Somewhere.
I'll call over to Finzyra. I think they were from Jagao or someplace past the Emerald Loop.
Oh. Well, it's up to you if you'd like to keep them, I suppose.
Well, we can't let them make the journey back home alone. They wouldn't survive it. But we could take them to Bazzoxan and perhaps sell them to new, kinder owners.
Perhaps.
find some people who would take good care of them.
Yeah, sounds good with me.
I'll turn back to the horse and start speaking in horse again.
Mm-hmm. Nay, Winnie.
Would you like to travel with us to another city with lots of people? We'll look for some new ones to take care of you, who won't abuse you in such ways as your last riders did.
I certainly wouldn't complain. You'll have to talk to the one in charge. Looks over to the black warhorse standing on the hill.
I'll do just that.
Alright. See ya. The horse looks down upon you as you approach with about as condescending a look as a horse can give.
I hear you're the leader of your group, I'll say in horse.
Damn right.
And you must be very brave for traversing these sandstorms back and forth many times.
What I do?
I've heard you've seen some violence.
You could say that.
Is it your preferred lifestyle, or would you rather return with us to a city full of people? Perhaps find a quieter place for your friends and yourself.
I live for the action. The rest of them just drag me down.
Then perhaps a great Aurora Watch general might be interested in procuring your services.
Make a persuasion check.
I know where we can find one of them.
Tell me more.
I'll point in the vague direction that we were headed in towards Bazzoxan. Previously, we'd slain a creature of shadow, and now we're bringing its hide to a notable general, a fierce warrior, who himself lives for action, you see.
Mm-hmm.
And seeing as your previous riders are in no shape to take you anywhere, perhaps you'd be interested in upgrading to someone far more suited to your powerful stature.
My last rider was defeated. He was weak. And I like the cut of your jib. I accept your terms.
Very well.
You can speak to your people and make us an arrangement.
I think we have one already.
Good. Then when do we leave?
As soon as everyone's collected their things, it should only be a few moments.
Very well. Stands nobly atop this small incline, and by this point graves are dug off to the side and bodies are placed away.
Return to the gathered group, and I'll say in common this time. The leader of the horses agreed to venture with us to Bazzoxan on the condition that we turn him over to a suitable warrior. I told him we knew an Aurora Watch general, and he was interested in that.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, I know a couple people. Not sure how much they'll get use out of a horse out here, but better than nothing.
We have to take the Gloomstalker hide to someone. Perhaps they'd be also interested in a few horses.
Alright. With that, is your group interested in taking off?
We
Yeah.
can leave whenever you're ready.
Sooner the better.
With that,
It's time to reflect on your past, I suppose.
I'm gonna pretend you didn't say that.
go.
All right. And with that, your group takes off.
Ooh, the tension. Ooh.
Heading back to the roads, let me go ahead and get the map. You find yourselves traveling once more. The rest of you are going to be on riding horses, but who's taking the war horse?
I guess either Fenzira or myself. I don't mind. You're the one who did a lot of damage to their leader.
Oh, all right. Well, if you're
I
offering
just
it,
tripped them up at the end.
okay, I'll take it then.
All right. The war horse is a decent bit faster than the riding horse. Actually, no, they're all the same speed. Go figure. The war horse is definitely more sturdy and able to carry a larger load of equipment, which is very helpful for the fact that you have a large load of equipment with you at the moment.
Yes.
Eventually, the trail and the road will wind on and on as you move throughout your day. Are you going to find a place to take a short rest before you arrive, or are you simply going to leg it through the night so you can arrive at Bazzoxan in the day?
They wanted to rest, so rest we shall.
It's up to everyone. 3 people here, so.
Who said we wanted to rest? Who?
Well, there. And I did not disagree.
I wouldn't mind having a nice little nap to regain some amount of hit points.
Alright, then.
Fine.
You all find a nice
take a little
place to
breather,
decide.
get there by night or something. Easy peasy.
You all take a step to the side and eventually make a short camp where you'll take an hour-long rest, or I suppose go to sleep for the night even. So, go ahead and take a short rest if you would like.
The duality of man.
I can do one of these, I think.
The duality of Stan.
Yep.
And I'll go ahead and rest Adonis here. Get his spells back. Alrighty. And with that, as your rests conclude, the morning comes. And it passes for a decent bit as you rest a little deeper into the day, awakening a little later in the day and carrying on your travel once more, which is significantly expedited by the fact that you have horses now. Is there anything that anyone would like to do or say before you arrive at Bazzoxan? It's almost time.
Not a
Right.
damn thing.
Ride up alongside Persephone.
Alright.
As I understand, Bazzoxan is your home. Before we
Yeah.
arrive, is there any etiquette I should be aware of? Things I should or shouldn't say?
It's pretty much a free-for-all. Just don't get too argumentative with somebody in armor over something stupid and you'll be fine.
Very well. And that's all I got to say.
Then with that, you'll find yourselves arriving at Bazzoxan. Let me get everything
We did
ready.
it, guys. We're finally here.
We're finally here. Performing for you.
Well, guys, I think that's a milestone.
I think it's a real big milestone.
Hey, chunky is dead. Ooh, Bazzoxan music.
Mm-hmm.
No, I thought that was the level up music for
Shut the hell. Ambience. Haunted house outdoor. And as you arrive, let me get the map ready. Of Bazzoxan, the last bastion.
Home sweet home.
Home, indeed, is what this is. I'll go ahead and post a picture of Bazzoxan for all of you to gawk at while I get this map set up. That is not what I wanted to click. There we go. I'll post it in the art channel.
I am indeed gawking. Wow.
Welcome to Bazzoxan.
Was the saddest greeting to a place I've ever heard.
As you guys are getting ready to walk up to
Sure
the gate,
was.
as you get ready to roll up to the gates, the rivals come up alongside you. They are saying, "How'd your journey go? You picked up a new partner?"
Oh,
Seeing a shackled man coming along with you on the back of one of your horses.
he is not a partner.
Tax collector. Ugh.
Turns out he's not a tax collector either.
Bandits. Interesting. Well, it's good to hear that you dealt with them and made it out fine, huh?
Yeah.
Certainly.
So this
We're
is it,
lucky at all
huh?
he'll have a bounty on him.
Ooh, that would be good. Some extra money in the pocket. And she looks over to the city in the distance and says, "So this is it? Home sweet home?" Looking to you, Persephone.
Home sweet home.
Nice. Looks dangerous. Exciting.
It is. It is. In some ways.
Well, I'm glad to hear it. But I can hardly wait. Let's go. And she's gonna start walking, assuming you slow your horses down a tiny bit as you're approaching. And eventually, arriving at the gates, let me go ahead and throw you on the map. As immediately you are met by the looks of what seems to be 2 guards currently standing watch at the gate.
I got the
Just
big.
do this real quick.
Oh,
No, don't worry about it.
I got
Making sure everything's
the
nice.
big horse. I go.
You roll up alongside 2 what looks like 2 Aurora Watch guards. One seems to be an orc and the other a human, currently standing at the gate. They aren't as armored as their pictures declare, but you get the idea with how pictures need to be.
Hey, Nerd Patrol,
Mm-hmm.
where's our warlock?
He's traveling alongside you
Close
in
the door
spirit.
hole.
He's with you in spirit. I can only move so many NPC tokens.
As we're getting closer to the gate, I'll just hop off and use the lead to, move it forward instead of riding it upwards.
The rest of the
Okay, I'll do the
group
same.
will stand back. Ayo will walk up with you.
Fellas,
2 guards look to you and say, "So, newcomers?" Looking to most of you.
for the most part.
Nods their heads. "Glad to have you back. But
Been a long
not
time.
too happy that you're here.
Hmm.
Things have been rough here in the city, but I'm sure you'll find that out on your own.
When aren't they rough?
So what's the meaning of such a large group of people coming in? Do you have business to state, declare?" Mayo says,
No.
"Just heroics and adventure."
They wanted to tag along.
What was your band? The rest of the party.
Same thing, really.
Tagalongs isn't exactly the best tourist attraction.
I don't know, I think the Demon Grinders make for a good spectacle.
York says, "Well, regardless, it's your funeral. Things are tough right now, so try and stay quiet in the streets, and if you're lucky, you can make it somewhere without having to deal with any trouble."
I know the gist. I'll keep him in line.
All right. With that, the guards head over to the pulley systems of the gates and begin to securely open them as you watch them slam open, revealing Bazzoxan. As they say, follow along with us for the time being. We'll get you through. And he says, well, no time like the present. Let's go, gang.
We just quietly follow along till they tell us to fuck off.
I'm gonna go over here and kind of wait for a second for all of you to arrive. Right, so we're gonna go over here for now. And they're going to say, well, this is Bazzoxan. Feel free to look around, but don't linger for too much. Without any troubles, like I said, shouldn't be a problem, but... As they say that, because everything has to go amazing. From around the corner of the crumbling building next to you, 5 twitching, skinless masses of blinking eyes and slivering mouths wriggle into view. One of them seems to be currently half shredding the flesh of a previous soldier that it's eaten. Trumpets blare an alarm, and several Aurora Watch seem to hurry onto the streets in different areas all around. The ones currently with you say, no time like the present. Get ready. And I'll go ahead and reveal them on the map. The ones that you'll be fighting.
Some things never change.
And as that happens, a male drow figure seems to come nearby from the roofs. On the roofs, you see a well-armored drow who looks to all of you and says, to arms! Fight or flee, the choice is yours. Looking down towards Ao's crew. All of you, immediately to the infirmary. It needs defense. And Ao says, seeming a little perturbed by immediately having to take orders instead of immediately giving them, she says, fine, sure, let's go. Everyone, come on. Draws her weapons and rushes ahead.
We'll catch up with you at the infirmary.
Please. And with that, initiative will begin.
It's
Let me go
always a
ahead
good
and-
homecoming when there's demons.
Yeah, everyone. So you're all in there now. You can just go ahead and roll your initiatives.
Yippee! Oh my god, why do I always roll
And
so
I'll post a picture of this new friend that you've found yourselves with.
Your wizard initiative is way better on the luck
I
scale
don't
than mine.
know why.
Whenever I play wizard, I always roll last.
So, let's get some initiative rolls going here.
No, nerd, I do have a question.
Of course.
Was there any remaining crossbow bolts or anything? Or
I'd say none extra that you'd be able to find in the time, just for the sake of not going back to that map, but I've already deleted the tokens.
Okay.
So, a bit hard to go track that. Let me get the music going here. I just gotta find which one it is. You are not fighting humans, so this song. Swoop, swoop, and swoop. Persephone. Before the initiative begins, you would immediately recognize the figure shouting orders to be Varen Thelius,
Yeah.
one of the notable Den members of Den Thelius, one of the higher ranking and closer to the Bright Queen. Jesus Christ, Erix. You know that he's the captain that's in charge of Bazzoxan, and you would recognize his stature from having a red sash across his chest. Additionally, you would know that he's a quite well-skilled Echo Knight. And you never thought you'd get to see him put his talents to use before, as he's never been in the streets in the same area as you at any given point, but now's a new time for everything. And as initiative begins, Finzyra, how would you like to lead it off?
Hello.
As these mouthers pour around the corner. The
That
guards immediately ready their weapons.
is amazing for them. I need to do this because I hate everything. I'm just
All right.
gonna
Wise decision.
Skiddly skadoodle over here.
And both of these guards are apparently orcs. I didn't realize it. I gave them both orcish resilience. So.
Okay, so immediately kicking it off on my turn. Would you allow me to take 2 arrows and dip them in this fire?
So they'll do an extra 1d4 of fire damage, and that's it.
That is perfectly fine by me.
I'll dipping for now.
BG3 rules.
It's
God
really
forbid.
funny, because I never dipped in BG3, not once.
I'll let it happen for the time being. We'll see how I feel about it in the future, but for now we're chilling.
I'm just gonna increase this to 3 for the time being, since it's the same thing. So, arrow fire.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah, we just ignore the persistent damage. But 2 shots at the one right in the front.
Alrighty, can you... yep, perfect.
Yep.
That hits, as these are not very well armored, nor dexterous creatures. 7 points of piercing damage, which it
immediately after.
fully takes. They do, however, seem rather durable. Though easy to hit, they're going to be tough to break.
Okay, and then immediately after the 2 shots, I'm going to duck behind this anvil and put a... collides with the wall. Okay. I'm gonna duck along this wall of the building here, and I'm gonna put away the bow and then draw out a short sword and one of the 2 daggers I just got. Dagger.
This gibbering mouther is going to slime on ahead as fast as it can go with a dash. Eric's, you're up.
Alright, I could do 15, and I will take the dodge action.
Wonderful. Boom. This gibbering mouther is going to approach the fastest as it can. They aren't very fast, if you figured. You are within 10 feet of the gibbering mouther, Eric's. For the time being, it's considered difficult terrain, as the creature itself extends out quite far, and it's like a dough-like floor and texture of its flesh. Now it's Varen's turn. Varen has a few things he can do. One of those is not... let's see here. Let me do some measurements here. He is going to slide down the roof towards the ground, immediately landing with a hearty thud onto the floor, before using his ability to manifest an echo. Let me get this copy and pastable token ready. So I'm just going to put it here, and it will manifest right around here. And end... It's his bonus action. Though he seems to be moving with plate armor to give some descriptive flair, it seems like as if he's almost able to continue being lithe and well-moved. And he barely seems to make any loud clanking noises, or the noise associated with them, of bugs chirping. He is going to make an attack with a hand crossbow towards this gibbering mouther in front of Eridonis, or Eric's rather. Pulling it out and immediately making an attack, it hits, and he rolls a damage, and that'll be all he can do for now. Oh my god, he's a Drow Elite Warrior, I forgot about that. Holy crap, okay, that's a lot of poison damage. They are not. So it will take that much damage as the arrow strikes in and you watch the creature's form weaken and falter for a moment. And that is the end of Varen's turn for now. Which I didn't mean for him to have that, but whatever, sure. We'll say he had a single poison arrow loaded up and ready to go.
I'm glad I was instructed not to make enemies of anyone in armor.
Yeah.
Place is under martial law, buddy.
This Aurora Watch Guard is going to approach and attack with its halberd.
Place is under 40-10 poison damage law.
Oh, that's a one-time thing, so don't get too used to it.
You don't want to know what they use in the dungeons.
Oh god. 8 points of damage. That'll be his attack. Next Aurora Watch is going to also stance up next to you, Eric's, as they form a line and are going to stab with its tabard, which misses somehow. This one's going to clamber forward, and its turn. This one is going to desperately clamber forward and get nowhere in life. Banzara, you're up again.
Nowhere in life. How fucking far away are these things?
God damn, that's far away.
Oh, alright. Well, I see that there's a sufficient amount of people here. Cool. I can move back where I was. Me. I don't know if that will be good or bad, but we'll find out.
Wisdom saving throw. They aren't very wise, but enough wise, apparently. As it takes no damage.
Yippee! I tried. It cost me nothing.
Persephone.
So just to check again, you said the area around them is difficult terrain?
Yes.
Okay. Just need to know for movement purposes. So that's normal.
Anything within 10 feet of them is difficult terrain.
Anything within 10 feet. Okay, so 10, 20. Okay. Yeah. So, gonna move in. Gonna make 2 short sword attacks.
You jump in front of one of the Aurora Watch who is poking it with its long stick. It's gonna have to retract the weapon for a moment as you dive in and make some stabs.
I didn't realize that 10 hit and I didn't roll damage. Ow.
Well.
Let me just ignore this roll. We'll deal with that in a minute.
Sure.
Well, just pretend that worked the proper
An
way.
additional 8 is enough to slay the first of the gibbering mouthers.
Well,
as it
great. I
melts
don't
into
even
a
need to use my
pile of
bonus action as I'm
gooey
going to dart
flesh.
backwards.
Alright. And now it's the gibbering mouther's turn. It is not going to... Actually, no, I can't really do any movement things. This has a 10 feet of attack. No, it doesn't. It is going to use its blinding spittle.
What do you think the chances are that we'll be able to long rest in this town?
100%.
Don't get too confident.
I have a house in this town. I will long rest here.
Whoever
Isn't it
said
being
that home was where the heart was.
constantly attacked by demons?
Eric, you and all of the guards around you need to go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw. As a blinding glob of spittle pours out before exploding in a bright flash of light. You fail, so you're blinded. That guy succeeds. And that guy succeeds. No strangers to the ways of this fair city. And is going to use its movement to move up. Additionally, after shooting out the blinding, until the end of the Mouther's next turn, you are blinded. So remember that.
Alright.
Your turn is up.
I'm going to try to blink my eyes and wipe it with the back of my hand. And I'll continue to dodge. Wait, no. Dodging gives advantage on dex saves, right?
That's
Is that
it? I
crazy?
don't know.
Did I
I have no-
hallucinate that?
It does, yeah.
Oh, you can go ahead and roll again then.
I was like, wait a second. Something felt wrong there.
Wait a minute.
There you go.
That was a success.
Alright, I've successfully wiped the blinding spit out of my eyes.
Just
and
missed this.
I'm gonna attack this guy right in front of me.
Alrighty.
The good old Mistbreaker Booming Blade combo.
Big damage. That does do be hitting.
Are these things potentially a demon?
They are aberrations of wicked flesh.
And it's only gonna be 2d8. For Divine Smite.
You
Alrighty.
thought every demon in Bazzoxan was gonna be a demon?
Tisk, tisk. But that is a substantial portion of damage, a walloping blow, and it hurts. If this creature could show much pain. This gibbering mouther is going to march forward.
Isn't it showing like constant pain?
Yeah, pretty much, I guess, actually. You're not wrong.
I like to just imagine Six Knives watching this happen, tied to the horse. He's just
Let's say he comes into consciousness as a savage. Ah! Ah!
Oh, we didn't gag him. Fuck.
Ah!
No, yeah.
Those vermin away from me! One bite attack, and we can do this as a... It can do this as well on its turn. So another blinding spittle is fired out towards you, Eric.
Hey, but are you sure you don't want to see what their teeth feel like?
So, Eric, go ahead and make another dexterity saving throw along with these guards.
Yum yum.
Normal.
Oh boy. This time, everyone fails and is blinded.
Oof.
Everyone gets a little blind. As we are getting on to Varen's turn, as that is the end of that one's turn. Gonna boop. And skadoop. Varen is going to first run forward, and then he's going to issue his Echo the command of running forward as well. And then I can check what he does. Actually, where'd he start? Let's run that back real quick. So the Echo is going to be right here. He is instead going to issue the Echo to move. I've just got to check some stuff. Cool. And then he is going to use his bonus action to reposition with his Echo. Swapping places with it magically.
Yes. Again.
Then he is going to use his movement speed to get up right here, where he's going to jump in the way of the guard as well, who is currently blinded and treating himself, and is going to begin making an attack against the mouther in front of you, Eric, so that you can't really see him doing right now. First attack hits. Deals 10 points of slashing damage. Doot. Second attack. Also hits. Does another 10 points of slashing damage. And then his third attack. Yeah, I weren't surprised by it not hitting. Or hitting, rather. Is going to deal 8 points of damage this time around, as this well-talented captain slashes away at this mouther, attempting to carve as much flesh away as possible to dilute its form, and is going to just stand proud at the moment, readying for the next assault. This guard is going to loop around and position himself over here, where he's going to go ahead and make an attack with a halberd against this gibbering mouther in front of him, with disadvantage. Yep, I'll reroll. Figured out as a roll. Which would have missed. Ending his turn, this Warwatch is going to also make a stab against the very same Britter. With disadvantage, I'm going to reroll that. Don't worry about that. This time hitting. Rolling damage, it takes 8 points of damage. Boop. And is bloodied. This gibbering mouther is up. It is going to move itself right here. And let me do some measurements. Alright, so that would hit Persephone as well. I guess we get an AoE, actually, so I can see this. It is going to use its action to use an ability known as Gibbering. So every creature... Oh, this is just a thing it can do. Alright, so you aren't sure what it does for now, but, well, don't worry about it. I am going to place down a cone, as its incoherent babbling can be heard by all. And every creature within 20 feet of it when you start your turn will have to do, well, something. And we're going to use this token a lot, because I just realized that this is a bonus action that it can take. Go figure.
I like how you said
this
cone,
gibbering
but it's
mouther-
a circle.
Huh?
You said cone, but you put down a circle. But either way, I'm just
Oh.
joking.
This gibbering mouther is going to shoot off a blinding spittle. Towards you, Persephone. Go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw.
Finally.
Whoops. Ignore this, I'm just doing this so I can use its charge.
Did I
You
have to do
succeed.
the gibbering save?
At the start of your turn.
Okay.
Persephone, you're up. Sorry, you're up.
I am Persephone.
And it also used its bonus action to gibber, but it doesn't really affect anyone additionally. We'll just keep it right here since I believe this is the biggest cone.
It's me. I'm a person. Alright, well, I'm gonna try it again, because why not?
Alright.
That one is hurt, so it's this button.
Roll the dead.
Yes.
Which one are you targeting? Alright. Doot.
Oh my god, they keep rolling really good. Fucking
Anything
bitch.
else?
No.
Persephone, you're up.
Alright. While these two are trying to get the spit out of their eyes, I'm just going to squeeze in between them to get right to this one real quick.
Wunderbar.
Wunderbar. Get 2 good slashes against its ooze form. And then I'm going to use my bonus action to also clip off a bit of the ooze that is going to be reaching for me when I try to go from the one in the middle. With the brand new quirky dagger I found.
That's my knife!
Not anymore, it
Full
isn't.
damage, Jabby!
I'll take 4 off of that.
Alright.
And then I'm going to dip back. And then get in position to start firing again once things go off.
Are you not proficient with Jabby?
I should be.
You said take 4 off of it?
Oh, 4 off the damage, because it's bonus action offhand. Don't do weapon fighting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
This gibbering mouther is going to move in here and make some attacks against some Aurora Watch guards. First, starting with its bite. With advantage. Against its blinded target. It misses both times. He's got, actually, wait, hold on.
The chitin is too strong.
Oh, hold on. It might not be as strong as we think. I need to check, because they don't have their shields equipped at the moment, but they do have them on their sheet. It would have just barely hit. Whoops. They're using copyrights. They can't have their shields equipped at the moment, but they do have them just existing. Standing and watch. Let me go ahead and roll damage. And it needs to make a saving throw for some reason. Yep, prone. So he's going to go make his saving throw. Which he fails horribly, knocking him prone as well, as he falls to the ground and is being slowly dragged into this gibbering Malchiar's form. Actually, that might just be it for him. Yeah, okay. Well, hey, luckily he has this. As he remains at 1 HP. Racial abilities. Oh. And I believe that is the end of that creature's turn, which means everyone is unblinded.
Wait, hold on. Which one activated Orcus Resilience? Oh my god.
This one did. They both have
Jesus.
Orcus Resilience.
Wait, which one? Oh, the bottom one?
They're both orcs.
Okay, that one's at 1 HP. Oh god.
Alright, well, I'm not blind and I can see that happening.
Boom, and I'm gonna go ahead and recharge. Actually, before your turn, real quick, honestly.
Yeah.
Okay, it gets to do something else in its turn, so you might be blind again.
I also totally forgot, which is, it's too late now, but it would have had Booming Blade.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, because it moved 5 feet.
So go ahead and roll damage for Booming Blade before I blind. Still kicking. Alright, so you and everyone within 5 feet of you needs to go ahead and make a blinding spittle save. fail, you're blinded. Farron succeeds, he is not blinded, and the other guard succeeds, so he's not blinded. Alright, what would you like to do?
I had a brief moment where I could see stuff, right? No, I didn't.
You did.
Just re-blinded
Oh,
me.
actually, wait. You're starting your turn within feet of the Gibbering Mouther. I need you to go ahead and make me a Wisdom saving throw, if you would. Against the creature's gibbering. You succeed. You're good.
I assume I could still, know where to move on the map, being blind.
He's going off a sound at this point. This creature is also gibbering now as well. I'm just going to keep moving the circle around as we go. Just assume they're all gibbering because it's a bonus action.
Alright, let me do
Kind of their thing, too.
a freaking lay on hands for 15 on this Aurora Watch Guard. Actually, 14.
Wonderful. I'll say you don't even need to go that high. It would take 10 hit points to get him back up to full.
Alright, I'll do that then.
You heal him back up, and he would thank you, but he's being dragged into the maw of doom right now, so he's a little preoccupied.
It's the best I've got. I can't really see what I'm doing.
Slaughter it! But thank you! The Shivering Mouther is going to go ahead and attack you, Erix. "14 misses, as they aren't very high in the hitting people department. It does not recharge its ability, and it continues to gibber. But it is going to move up an extra 10 feet, which means you get an opportunity attack against it, Erix. With disadvantage, because you're blind.
Right. I think I'm blind. If
I think
can't
him being
see it,
blind
I
means he can't do it at all. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. It's Varen's turn. Varen, now that he's... Huh?
Which I might have forgotten about in the last fight, too, to be honest.
It's all good. I don't think it really came up, so... Varen is going to go ahead and do a few things. First thing he's going to do is manifest a new Echo. I'm just going to grab his old Echo from before, because, you know, whatever. And he is going to place this Echo... I'll say right here behind these two. Actually... He's going to move down here, and he's going to place his Echo over there. Alright.
Dude's playing chess.
No, even furthermore, he'll take a single opportunity attack from this Gibbering Mouther here. So he ain't too scared of that. Misses, as he has plate armor. And is going to move right here. And now he'll make his attacks. First attack with its glaive. It'll be against this Gibbering Mouther, which hits. Reducing its health down to 7, or by 7 rather. And let's get a check. His glaive has 10 feet of movement he is going to use to poke through the crowd to attempt to hit the Gibbering Mouther that's weakened next to you, Erix. Which hits. Dealing 10 points, which is enough to kill that Mouther, sending it dead to the ground. And then his last multi-attack is going to be made with his Echo, which is going to attack the one right next to you. As you see this shadowy manifestation form of him slash out with a equally shadowy glaive, which seems to be dealing very physical damage to the creatures around it. A art or a technique you've never seen before in your life, Erix. Same goes for you, Finzyra. A fighting form native only to Xhorhas. And that is the end of his turn for now. Yeah, I'm actually going to have him move his Echo right there, and then he'll end his turn. This Aurora Watch Guard is going to stand up from prone and immediately get back into the fight. Going up here and making an attack against this Mouther. That's, actually, he's going to go right around here, because he can... I'm getting too ahead of myself, actually. He needs to make a Wisdom saving throw because of the gibbering.
This is anarchy chess, for real.
It is. Chess against myself. Oh no, I was hoping he wouldn't fail that. Okay, so he needs to now roll a d8. He rolled a 3. He does nothing for his turn. That is the end of his turn. He will not stand up. No, he's just simply lost in a momentary bout of psychedelic confusion that he himself can't even control. This Aurora Watch guard is also going to make his wisdom saving throw, because now I remember.
Remember?
On the first night of September.
He failed.
Alright, and he's going to roll his d8 as well. Yeah, buddy. Yep. 5. Oh, God, he's got to roll another d8. Wait. Yep, wait, no, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Cool. 1, 2, 3. Yep, 8. Boom. God forbid. 1, 2, 3, 4. And he is going to move this direction. Falling out of the fight in a bout of madness he himself can't even control, and take an opportunity attack. Nom nom. Curse of Ra. This is what this was.
Curse of Ra.
Yep, this is it. This gibbering mouther is going to move down for now and try to make an attack against you, Erix. I can't remember which mouther had you blinded, by the way, so...
I think it was the one that just died.
Was it?
Yeah.
So I think you'd still be blinded, because it can't end its turn, I guess. We'll just say it'll be unblinded on your turn, start of your turn, for fun. And it'll make its second attack against you, but it doesn't really matter. Oh, that was damage. Ignore
Its
that,
turn
please.
was right before mine, right? So.
Yeah, there you go. Ignore that. I have to re-roll the attack, not do damage to you. Whoopsie me. 16 misses anyways. Cool. This mouther is also going to make an attack against you with its bite. He likes biting you with advantage, because I keep muffing it up. So many things to keep track of.
No.
Right, misses. Well, actually, sorry. Never forget. Alright. Now you're good.
Oh my god. No.
What'd you like to do?
I stand here.
I go like this and go.
Just have to keep in mind you're within its range, so at the start of your turn, you know what to do.
Pew pew. Garbage. Alright, I'm spreading these out. It's just being dummy again and not letting me select multiple. It's going to all three of them. Spread it out. Yep. Nice. Minimum damage.
6 points. Where's damage going?
All three of them. The three
All
enemies.
3 of them to the same one.
No. One. Like fucking one.
Okay, so they each take how much damage?
One. Two?
2.
2 damage? Okay.
What just happened? Hold on, that was not his health.
He's
What?
dead.
I think hold on. I think I dealt like excess damage to him. I'm just gonna heal him up to a random number here. I don't know what happened with him. Boy's a little confused right now. Oh god, he's also turned over. Let's just fix that real quick. There we go. Wait, there we go. Nice and proper gibbering mouther. Get back to that. That was being weird. You can keep doing your turn if you'd like while I'm doing this.
You're good. Really wasn't much. Let's see. Movement. 15. Other.
Persephone, go ahead and roll your wisdom
DC
saving.
10 on the gibbering, right?
Yep.
Alright.
Woo!
You definitely managed to pass. Managing to
Not
fight
an
the pain
unfamiliar
with the...
gibber.
Yeah, but managing to fight through the madness with the plague of dread hanging over you entering back into the city.
Well, I haven't forgotten procedure for when people lose their stance in this. I need to take their place.
Good old Russia.
Good old Russia.
That hits. And you finish off this gibbering mouther.
Okay, and then I'm going to further put myself here so that they can't easily get around to the two that are having spasms.
Yep.
Gets another short sword, and then one with the jabber as my
Old
bonus action.
jabber. Old jabby.
Old jabby. Okay, damage. I can take my 4. Normal.
Alright. 1 point of damage.
1 point of damage. Ugh.
which he takes. Eric's, you're up and you're no longer blinded. But at the
Nice.
start of your turn, you need to make a wisdom saving throw.
Again, even though I passed it?
Always, forever.
Wow.
They're always
Cool.
gibbering. Well,
They never stop gibbering.
ooh, you passed.
Ooh.
I do need to make a strength saving throw. I know it doesn't matter.
Really?
If you try and move, it matters.
I'm gonna try and move.
Alright, you need to make a strength saving throw. You're stationary this turn because of the aberrant ground.
Is that if you start your turn in it?
Yep.
Alright, I guess I will whack.
It was within 10 feet, so you would have been fine, Persephone.
Yeah, just checking.
That hits.
And
You
I will
whack indeed.
damage to this guy.
Mm-hmm.
Whack-a-mole.
He takes it. Takes it big. Alrighty. Boom. So, Varen is going to first make an attack against this gibbering Mauler. As is to be expected. Hitting still, even though he rolled a 2. Spearing it through with his good old glaive, and then using one of his abilities. He'll be fine for now as you look in good condition. He'll just keep attacking this gibbering Mauler. Not going to do anything overly fancy at the moment, as there's no need to. Ooh, 15 points of damage. Last attack. I think the gibbering Mauler made that attack, but that's fine. Still hits, because God forbid. These things got an AC. That's for sure. And it is taken pretty low, not out. Watch myself. And he's going to, in his turn, moving up 5 feet. Oh yeah, and I guess he had to make a wisdom saving throw as well, which might make this very awkward if he fails, but I don't think he will.
You really
Okay, things
shouldn't
got
speak.
very awkward. I'm just gonna say he does whatever the gibbering was gonna do at the end of his turn because I forgot. Whoopsie me. The damage is already taken, and I'm not gonna redo all that and crap again.
I could let him not look like a
That's fine.
dummy. Okay.
The rolls already went through. I'm just gonna. Oops. He rolls a 7. Uh-oh. No.
I have a feeling I know what that effect is just based off that reaction.
Alright, yeah, sure, you don't want to Chronos
Yeah.
ship?
It's already too far in. Yeah. Oh, indeed. Okay.
You go
so...
very fast, sir.
1, 2. Yeah. Gotta think about how this would work. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Nothing special happens, but you see the echo momentarily almost glitch out and begin to fade as it will swing completely out of his control towards a random target within range, striking the same Mauler he was already attacking anyways, so it doesn't really matter. Nothing changes.
I was really hoping it was going to come my way. I was really hoping.
Yeah. This guy is actually going to roll his saving throw this time before I get too far.
That's a great saving throw.
Would you like to do anything, Finsara?
No.
Alright then, he'll roll his d8. With a 6. No action or bonus action. He uses all of his movement speed to move in a random direction. Well, he's going to stand up first with his movement speed before he does that. And then he is going to roll his fancy d8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He falls back. That's the end of his turn. The Shore Watch Guard is going to make his wisdom saving throw.
You got this, buddy. I believe in you.
Awesome sauce. And wait, crap. His whole turn isn't just saving throws. He's going to attack over your shoulder, Persephone, to stab the gibbering Mauler ahead of you. as you see a glaive go straight through the creature on the other end. 7 points. And now it's the Mouther's turn. Oh my god. I knew this combat was going to take forever because there's so much crap that I have to do, so... God, forgive
Hasn't
me.
been that long, has it?
It's been longer than I... Maybe it's felt like ages because of how much crap I'm needing to manage right now. Persephone misses you.
I don't think anything could be as bad as the 15-round zombies.
Maybe
Anyway,
not.
carry on.
Talk about the zombies.
Persephone, Eric's, and Guard. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
And guard.
Guard is really good at dexterity saving throws. He ain't slipping up a second time. And-
Damn, one short.
Yeah, Persephone, you are blind as a bat. Temporarily. This gibbering Mouther is going to make an attack against you, Eric's. Because you're just its best friend. It does not roll a natural 20, so it misses. And then it is going to try and recharge its Blinding Spittle. And fail to do so, and continue... Finzara, you're up. What would you like to do?
And we're second. So first, we do it again. Yeah. Gonna have 2 go to this one, and then 1 go to this one. Yippee! Yippee! So 10 to this one, and then 5 to that one.
Alright, 10-5. Got it. Anything else you'd like to do?
No.
Well, I know it's directly in front of me, so...
And you'll swing away, but you will have to make your gibbering save. So we're not even going to worry about your attack hitting there.
Yeah, you will.
Alright.
I'm not Baron,
Continue.
I make my saves.
Damn. How cruel of you. He's just trying his best here.
Woe is I!
Indeed, woe is you. Baba is you. 9 points, oh boy. It
Thing's
is
still kicking?
slain.
Oh, hell yeah. Okay, hearing the distinct squish of it, you know, not being a thing anymore, I'm just going to try and take a step back while I rub the gunk out of my eyes. Is it until the end of your turn?
Yeah, it's till the end of that creature's next turn. Since it's
That
dead,
creature's next turn.
we're just gonna say it's gonna be for a little bit longer.
Okay.
I'll just say once you start your next turn, it'll be done.
Cool.
Eric's, you're up.
Alright, well, it's never
One
gonna
Mouther
see
remaining.
this coming. Gonna hit it with my ultimate super mega attack. Which is called bonus action cast Wrathful Smite,
Ooh, it's a big smite.
and then cast Booming Blade for my action.
Sounds like it's gonna hurt.
I'll make a cast spell.
It's a lot of casting. It's a lot of magic.
Alright, yeah, one of them. One of them.
Paladin's smiting. What a novelty.
And I'm gonna run around this creature.
Well,
and
if you're trying to
strike it from
move, you need to
behind.
make a strength saving throw. I appreciate the effort. You're chilling.
Alright, let's try this. I don't have advantage from anything. So I'm just gonna hope for a nat 20.
19.
I'll take it.
That's a pretty damn high hit. But I didn't know.
1d8 thunder plus Wrathful Smite, 1d6 psychic damage. Plus Divine Smite of 2d8. Plus that, okay.
Woo!
It needs to make a wisdom saving throw. If it survived,
Oh boy. Something tells me it. Nope. Wait. It's a kickin'. They're meaty creatures. So it needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
Literally, that's all they are.
That's, yeah,
Meat and teeth.
meat and teeth. Meat and teeth. New album.
Meat and
Needs to beat a 14 or be frightened.
It failed. It is frightened of you, terrified if you would, as you see this shriveling mass remembering parts of its previous lives and now in abject fear. And I need you to make a wisdom saving throw because we didn't make one for the gibbering at the start of the turn. I hate how gibbering works. From here on out, if you ever fight another gibbering mouther, gibbering is on its turn. That is my decree. When it uses its ability, you're fine.
Alright, and it can only become
I'm surprised that's an
unfrightened
infinite
by
bonus action.
using its action to make a wisdom check on a saving throw for some reason.
Excuse me, what's it now?
It's got to make a wisdom check on its turn as an
Okay.
action.
Okay, interesting.
It doesn't have to if it wants to break out of frightened.
Because Wrathful Smite is one weird-ass spell.
It's PHB era.
Yeah. If you want, we can just say it's a saving throw. I'll leave that up to you.
It's a check for some ungodly reason.
Okay, well, if you want to keep it a check, we'll keep it a check.
So
Varen,
much better that way.
you're not wrong. Varen is going to swap places with his Echo to be stylish, and then is going to move 5 feet down here, reposition his Echo over here, and then make his attacks, swinging from both him and his Echo from multiple angles as he attempts to cut this thing down. This frightened, gibbering, mouther monster before him. 9 points of damage. It is weakened and right out the door, and he has 2 more attacks left, so let's see if he rolls 2 nat 1s. He does not. So, you see as Varen raises his glaive, first chopping downward, cutting right half through it, the second slash simply stabbing through it, and dribbling a bit of gore onto you, Eric, from the other side, as he pulls it out, slashes his glaive to the side where most of the meat chunks kind of come off of it, and then he's immediately going to look to you as the creature falls and say, "No time for pleasantries. You two, looking to the guards. Come with me. We have to go check on the others. For the rest of you, meet me at the Gatehold Barracks later. We're heading to the Betrayer's Rise for the time being to make sure everything's alright." He says, "Don't think I haven't heard of all of you. Keep up the good work." And that
You've heard of us.
is where combat ends. And as you ask that question, you see his Echo disappear into the distance as he'll teleport to it. As he has said, no time for pleasantries. And I'm going to move you guys to the Bazzoxan map proper, because we have no need for that map anymore.
goes without saying, though. I'm gonna clean them all off because icky demon what?
You wash them to the best of your ability with your spell?
Yep.
Alright.
Well, you heard him. We should go to the infirmary, make sure that's alright. Check up on the others.
Yeah. Gotta lug Mr. What's his name over here? He's awake now.
He says,
Ooh.
"Where'd you take me?"
You're Bazzoxan, friend. You're going to jail.
Damn it. Can I at least have Jabbit back?
No,
Aren't you just an asshole?
I ain't taking that from you.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. Oh my god. We got
Grab that horse and lead. Let's go, boys.
God.
Infirmary.
Just looking for the song right now because somehow I've managed to lose the track and I don't know how. It's in here.
Feeling
And after all
I
that
know what
music
B-
preparation you did before session.
What? What, X?
I have a feeling I know what B8 is.
Yeah. What? No, you don't know that. What do you mean you know what B8 is?
Don't worry
Could
about
be anything.
Just
So-
hastily scrawled on the map with the pen tool. Oh yeah, right. One of my players lives here.
Look, I told him to pick a place on the map for his house to be. He chose that. What else was I gonna do?
B8.
Ask someone to make a fancy little B8 symbol that looks like the other ones.
No,
Hell no.
that's too
What?
much effort for.
It's just,
for
yeah,
that.
there's
So
zero
easy.
need for it. I'll ask in the future if I feel like it. Anyways, Persephone, you're local. You know some of the places around here. And I'll go ahead and tell you what the markers and the maps mean. There are many other places to visit in Bazzoxan, but for the time being, the markers are the more immediate ones. So, first, B1 is obviously the gates. B2 is the crematorium where most demonic carrion is fried after a good fight. You can find some interesting things there if you pick through bodies. B3 is the infirmary. B4 is the gatehold barracks. B5 is the dilapidated temple, which is the temple you've heard of. B6 is the Wall of the Unforgotten, which is a memorial site in the city. B7 is known as the Ready Room, one of the prime inns for any adventurer seeking refuge within the place. Not as comfortable as your house, maybe, depending on how you see things, but it's definitely a nice place to socialize with anyone who might be in the city at the time. And then B8 is obviously your home.
It sure is.
And then there's Betrayer's Rise as well, which is not marked, but you can still go there if you'd like to.
Just an extra question. The barracks and the jail are the same place, right?
Yes, but they aren't. It isn't going to be on the map. You'll see.
No, I didn't need it on the map. I was just asking
Yes,
for the
they're around the area.
strapped man in the back.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. So we can deal with that later. But for right now, infirmary. Gotta go
But
check.
you know
on
that
the
they have like a jail building, but there's like a physical stockade in the middle of the city, which is right here at the town square. Which is, good for demon bait. So you'll be heading towards B3 for the time being.
Yeah, make sure they're all right. Assuming no one's opposed, of course.
I am not.
I mean, if we let them get fed to the demons, then, less opposition for us.
Fuck.
How have they been oppositioning you?
I mean, they've not been helping us, but they haven't been hindering us either.
How dare. So you'll be heading that way?
Mm-hmm.
As you walk through the streets, the bells still toll, but eventually, almost as quick as they came on, they died down, as you know that fights like this are spontaneous and rapid within the city. Sometimes they just appear, and it's anyone's guess how long they would last at any given time. I need anyone, to roll me a d10 as you're walking through.
I'll take it, I guess.
Little side thing you see as you're walking down the street. You see what looks to be a bugbear on the side of the road. Looks to be a woodworker, craftsman of some kind, some local of the city. Hold on. Fantasy name generator, I summon thee. Give me your powers.
Craigley.
Huh?
Craigley.
Thardan. Is repairing the wheelchair of a crippled Aurora Watch soldier at the moment. They don't spend time waving as they pass by, as it seems the streets are, other than that, completely empty at the moment. Windows and doors seem to be boarded, and you barely see any home that isn't fortified in some way. Civilian homes here are few and far between, and everything seems to have a militant purpose here, giving a sense of fear and dread amongst any who would live here. And eventually, as most of the chaos has died down, you arrive at the infirmary. Before we go any further, I'm going to go ahead and take the Bazzoxan map, and I'm going to make it so you can all see it on the top bar now. So you can swap to it at any time you wish.
Yippee!
With that, you'll arrive. I do need to give you tokens still, so, don't get too hasty now.
I'm lying. Oh.
I do love how he's resetting all the progress because he can't remember what maps I've been on.
I just don't know if I've used your tokens to scout things out for any of you, so I'm making sure not to, making sure to reset it.
Where's our warlock?
It's always with you in spirit!
He wasn't in the combat.
You see
Oh my
your
god, he's with
rivals-
us in spirit! He's a ghost!
I'll say, to move people around some more, Dermot will be over in this other house, tending to some wounds, with his magic. Ao and Maggie, you see Maggie currently just, getting a wipe down right now, with rags from Ao of, gore and splatter all over her armor. Ao some light cuts and bruises, and Galsira just a big bite mark around the side of his person, currently being racked and tended to.
Well,
Exciting, right?
Is there any sign of what they fought?
Seems to be similar to what you fought. Gibbering mouthers, maybe some things with weapons, which is interesting. And many corpses have been carted off by now towards the infirmary.
clean Maggie off.
Yeah, you help out, and Maggie says, "Thank you very much."
Welcome.
Ao says, "That's a lot better than, using rags. You should learn that one, Galsiriad." And Galsiriad is just gonna say, "Maybe you're right if I'm gonna have to stay here any longer." Ao says, "Place is nice and secured. You've got nothing to worry about. How was your end? Seems you all did fine."
Good. No issues. Light wounds from the guards, but
We made it out intact. I see you've handled yourself quite well with these gibbering monstrosities.
Oh yeah, just big old piles of meat waiting to be crushed.
hope it was
Nothing we
as
can't take.
exciting as you were hoping for.
Honestly, not really, but I'm sure we'll see more if that's a normal occurrence here.
Oh, it is.
Well, either way, we are glad we could help out around here. The doctor's inside if you want to talk to them, but I think the surgery room is full.
I think we're good for the time being. None of us got hurt, right?
Right, we just came to make sure that you were all right
Oh yeah, we're doing fine.
and the infirmary was safe.
Mm-hmm. The doc helped us out.
She's a good one.
Oh yeah. Either way, I think we'll be heading on over towards, well, I don't really know. Hadn't been around here before. Eventually we're gonna need to get rooms. Starting to get a little later in the day.
That guard
Well-
captain sure handled himself in a fight. Perhaps he might need more assistance.
Can't say I'm a biggest fan of... Can't say a biggest fan of taking orders, but he seems to be the big man in charge around here, the cock of the walk, so to say. So,
He's the one that holds it all together.
well, guess we'll go order rooms for the night. Handle any interesting business in the morning, but in the morning, we need to start looking around. Figure out what to do next about this amulet.
Right, yeah.
You're right.
Well, I'll be happy to give you all a tour, I guess.
Wonderful. We'll catch you at the ready room?
Sure.
Alright. And eventually they'll all move out, be on their way, and leave the map. Leaving to your own devices if you wish to go into the infirmary and check on anyone, or if you simply wish to leave.
I'll go and see if I can help out at the infirmary for a little bit. I'll turn to the others and I'll say, point me in the direction of where we're staying and I'll catch up.
Right, that one's gonna be a little difficult. So, it's on the northeastern side of town near the crag wall. It's around the bend on one of the roads. I'll, leave a light out or something. I'm sure you'll find it.
Do you have an address? Perhaps I can ask someone here for directions.
You'd actually know it is right across the street from where you currently are. You can see it.
Oh. That's not convenient. That's what happens when I don't look at the map.
That's fine. I had to go double check to make sure. But
What is?
B7.
Oh, the
Alright, well,
Y'all are B3.
I realize I don't need to make it so complicated. It's right over there. It's that
Most
one.
of the things are centered around the city square.
Just right down there. If you miss it, then... Well, I can't really do anything about that.
I suppose we'll have to find this temple to the Moonweaver soon as well.
In the morning. That'll be a part of... they want to see. But for right now, if you're going to help out in the infirmary, you want to go drop our extra gas off, Finn?
yep. Sounds
We'll
productive.
catch up, Erics.
Alrighty. And you guys will head towards the... Who's what's it? I'm just moving some stuff around on different maps because it's nighttime. Usually I'm more prepared for this than I am. Rude to me. Either way, Eric's. As the others depart, and I'm just gonna... Die! Here, I'll give you something, though.
How dare you?
There you go. Put down a spectator token for you. It's invisible. You can't see it.
Yippee.
Anyways, Eric's, as you enter in, you see a cloaked drow woman at the other end of the room, currently talking to another lady to read the description box. The walls are lined with shelves that hold old books and medical supplies, and the floor seems to be crammed with narrow cots. There's a small office in the back, its door seeming ajar, and the air reeks of medicinal poultices.
It's weird it's seeming like a jar and not like a door.
That is kind of strange, isn't it, actually? You never expect that, do you?
I'll approach the woman standing in the back.
She seems to be talking to one of her patients, offers them some medicinal herbs, and will turn over to you as you enter in. Hello?
Greetings. I was part of the defense of the city earlier from those gibbering monsters, and I came to offer any assistance I could here. I have some skill in healing.
Well, some other guy, just like you, came in. Small goblin fellow just a little bit ago and actually helped out a ton. If you'd like to dump any extra magics that you have in, feel free. Everyone could use a little bit of help.
Little goblin wearing a Luxon symbol and goes by the name of Dermot.
That's the one, so you're familiar.
He's a traveling companion of mine.
Oh, very nice. He was very helpful. My name is Baltha, by the way. How about yourself?
I'm called Eric's.
A pleasure to meet you, Eric's. Is there any way I can help you or yours?
My friends are just fine. They are finding a place to rest for the night.
Fair enough. The Ready Room is the perfect place for anyone seeking rest, any weary souls.
I'm sure that's where I'll find them later. For now, though, please allow me to help take care of some of your patients.
Of
I'm
course.
sure you could use a break every once in a while.
I could. I need to go brew up some more tonics and magics, if you would. If you want to ever look at any of my wares, I'll be in the back room. Feel free to browse. I can sell anything I don't immediately need. And she'll leave them all to you for the time being.
I'll give a shout if I need anything.
Of course.
And I think for the sake of brevity, I'll just go and stop by each cot and check on all the patients.
Most of them seem well tended to, but injured.
If any of them are, like, badly injured, I'll give them a little bit of healing.
I'll say this commoner right here be pretty badly injured.
Oh, did not mean to stand on him.
Get down.
Cure wounds. He can have 5 hit points as a treat.
He immediately feels better, and in his rest, you see a smile come over his face. His nightmarish dreams have turned to pleasant ones.
I'll just quietly go about the same sort of thing, lay on hands on people who need it, and just making sure that everyone's in one piece by the end of this.
Fair enough. And everyone seems to be as tended as you can get them at the time.
Yes, the one piece is real.
Anything else you'd like to do in the meantime while your party is off
No, nothing too serious. I'll probably at some point take off my weapons and armor and put them down in a corner so I can move a little bit more freely.
Of course, you want to leave them here?
Leave them by the door or something.
Understood. Alright. If you'll rest him here, she'll kind of look to you and say, do you plan to leave that here for the night?
Only while I'm working.
Fair enough. And you can feel free to browse if you would like. She has many, looks to be a makeshift alchemy room set up in here. Many vials and potion brews, a book open on a nearby desk, which seems to be full with recipes. Different shelves lined with different components, and some bottles laid around with labels on them, marking what they are. But all things
Sometimes
try to help.
the hardest choices require the strongest wills.
What does that mean?
I'd like to purchase an item.
What would you like to purchase?
Can I keep it secret?
Sure, if you would like. PM it to me. And I'll remove it from the shop and remove it from the inventory when... Actually, I'm just going to remove their spectator token for now so that they can't see the shop. Where is it? I gotta find it. There it is. Ah! Alrighty. You can go ahead and make the purchase as she'll sell it to you and say this is a special thing. I hope you know how to use it. And I hope you never need to use it.
I probably should remove that from the chat box too.
Yes, I'll do that real quick for you. And I'll actually believe that's already in your inventory. So, anyways. Carrying on, we'll get to the others for now if there's nothing else you would like to do.
Yeah, that's it.
Alright, and you'll have full control over the spectator token. View scene, let me get the scene set up. Just with your tokens on it at least.
Yeah, after like night falls properly, I'll head towards the tavern, but give them plenty of time to do their own thing in the meantime.
Of course. There's going to be a lot of shops, so just everyone brace for impact. We're going to be doing a lot of that. Next session is definitely for the shoppers.
Oh god, BT's back next session.
I know. I was like thinking like, oh damn, BT isn't here. You guys are going to have to go through and show him every shop next session, or else he's going to lose his gourd. And your Spectre token's going to be right next to Persephone's. Or Persephone's token, rather. You enter onto the map towards the Gatehold Barracks, and a few things are happening closer to the night, but it looks like some stuff is starting to wrap up throughout the day. I can describe as you move around if you would like.
Yeah, sure thing. Just point me in the proper direction to drop off potential bounty.
You could take it in just about anywhere if you want. You could go wake someone up in the barracks over here where people would be sleeping. This is where Veronin's quarters would be with anyone in charge, and the armory where people are getting ready, and this is where the eating quarters would be where someone would surely be willing to take him in.
Yeah, I'm not gonna bother the people sleeping, and I'm hoping Veron's not back yet. Oh, training yard, nice.
I'll say to describe the training yard, it seems to be more of a wrestling pit that you have known has been here for a long time. There are stands where people can fight, and in the days, they do train up people in any ways they can. Right now, you see what looks like a female Goliath currently taking her fist and fighting what looks to be some male hobgoblin Aurora Watch soldier in the heat of battle.
Very entertaining.
Seems to have a small crowd.
It does. Do you want to watch the horse while I go grab someone?
Yeah, I can stay out here.
Okay. Yeah. Chink. Ooh. Oh. That sounds about right.
Aurora Watch Ogre, the god's strongest soldier.
Really
I have my own surprises walking through here.
What?
God's second strongest soldier.
Right next to
God's
who?
second strongest.
Right next to Aurora Watch battering ram.
Oh yeah, you've seen him. My favorite Aurora Watch soldier.
Oh shit, it's Nubian. Hell yeah.
Yes, you get here and you see Nuvian, who's currently just unpacking supplies and setting up around the kitchen. As you arrive, he's going to look towards you and say, "Hello. Seems you're here again.
I made it.
Good to see you made it as well. Same's to you. You have someone shackled with you?"
Yeah, phony tax collector. Funny thing. You remember that caravan we talked about that got wiped out? That guy. Had a band with him, but they were, dispatched. One got away, but I don't think he'll be making our 10.
Good work doing what you can. Are you looking to hand them off?
Yeah, I need somebody to take him.
Looks around. Drek, can you handle him? The ogre slides out the chairs. You hear a loud before a thud comes around. Yes! I'll take him. The guard says, "Well, maybe you could send one of the latter hands towards this endeavor." And Nuvian says, No, he's the softest hands we have here. Ogre says, "I be gentle." And grabs him by the arms and will start to drag him behind him. "Come on, little man."
Well, prisoner dispatch,
Have
you can come in
fun.
now if you want, Finn.
Bye. Are the horses
Don't
gonna
suppose
be
there's been
fine?
any bounties out for...
The horses are here with you.
Bandits,
They're
right.
outside at the moment.
Okay.
You can always find someone willing to pay, but you'd have to go talk with Varen himself right now. The task hand is currently in a meeting.
Well, he wants to see us later anyway, so... Maybe. I'll think about it.
I know he's talking to some important folk right now. If you wish to go see him, feel free, but might be best to
I'd
wait till the
save it
morning.
for the
He's been
morning.
everywhere today. Yes.
Yeah. I don't really have the energy to do a meeting right now. But, is Valden in town yet?
Valdin's actually the one he's meeting with. Fancy that you know the name.
Ah, great. Yeah, he has to pay out for the Gloomstalker bounty.
Well, if you want that pay, you'll have to go and see him. But, as I said, they're in the heat of
Morning.
discussion.
Yeah.
Morning indeed.
Let me just...
I can offer you a meal if you'd like, but other than that, I recommend you get some rest. Maybe come back around the morning. I hear the mushy rice and overcooked fish of the ready room are always a welcome treat to visitors.
I won't turn that down, but for right now, just 4 meals, something quick, easy to go.
Well, here's my
Gotta feed
collection.
them somehow.
Here's my stock, stranger.
Here's my stock, stranger.
What are you buying? You purchase what you would like. In the meantime,
Oh
Fenzira,
man, there just so happens to be 4 of these. I want these immediately.
Komu tart?
No.
Yep. Oh, what did you buy?
No, wait, yeah, no, Kuma Tart's right. I was looking at a different item when you said that.
Kuma tarts,
That'll be perfect.
deliciously sweetened spider eggs.
I think that's probably the best introduction I could give him.
He says, shockingly and deceptively very delicious. Prepared them just as soon as I arrived. By the way, I'll see you around, I suppose, in the morning.
Something like that. Good seeing you again, Navian.
You too.
Alright. Yeah, spider egg.
Huh?
It's a delicacy. I promise it's not as bad as you think it is.
I remember being
Say that
wrapped
I'm
up
taking
in
a bite
spider
out of
web like not too long ago.
Delicious.
Mm.
If you don't want to eat it, that's fine. I'll just
Slowly
give
take
to
it.
Adonis.
Adonis will gladly
I'm
take
slowly
it in the
taking
morning.
it from your hand. There's still an uncomfy, unsure look on their face, but they're holding
I'll
it.
add it to your inventory, and you can choose to eat it when you please. And
I'll
if you want
try.
Persephone, I'll say if you eat the food, then you can have the effect in the morning if you would like. There you go,
Yeah.
Carmen.
Okay.
There you go.
Oh,
You can read the description if you would like, but it's a delicious egg. Supposedly.
okay. I'm gonna gingerly take a
Part of the Aurora Watch looks over to you. Think of it like a chicken egg.
Mm,
I don't think they eat those.
Don't they?
a boiled chicken
I don't
egg
think as whole.
I thought they did.
depends if it's cooked or not.
The shell's the best part.
I took a little teeny tiny nibble of it. What does it taste like?
Strange and definitely foreign, but sweet. Puffy. It's like a pastry, but the mental part of it's really hurting you right now. The mental aspect of eating this.
It's cotton candy. It's cotton candy. It's cotton candy.
More thicker and slimy cotton candy, but the slime adds flavor.
You had to say slimy. Okay.
Thick and slimy.
I'm just leaning against the side of the table, very gingerly watching this.
Like a big glob of mucus.
Here's it gets.
Yummy.
After trying a delicious tart. Is there anything else you'd like to?
What kind of flavor did it have?
As I said, it's a sweet puff pastry. So,
It's like very sugary mucus.
yeah. Very sugary, like slimy on the inside. The outer shell is shockingly puffy, and it does, after a while, absorb some of the slime to kind of give it a more moist texture. But you want to eat it when it's crispy.
So it's like mochi. Got it.
Yeah, I mean, like a slimier version of mochi. Definitely with that kind of very intense flavor that comes with mochi.
It'll grow on you, I promise. Clearly, spiders will be in your stomach. That's a joke. It's not true.
Please don't scare me like that.
10 million spiders every night into your mouth.
I'm still slightly traumatized from the one that wrapped me up. So
And after saying that, I'll just, like, kind of put my hand on your head, just give you a fucking noogie, and then move. Alright, let's go rest up. Hopefully my place hasn't been, smashed or anything stupid.
okay.
Alright. And you'll all be heading to the ready room?
I was
This
going
one?
to my house and giving directions to my house. So,
Okay, did you give... I thought you gave directions to Eric's to head to the ready room.
no. I think it would be very funny if he ended up at the ready room anyway, though.
That is the directions I got.
Yeah, I was gonna remember. I remember you vividly saying to go to the house right
Initially-
across the street.
Initially, he gave the directions to his house, but then you mentioned
and then
that it
you
was
said
across
that
the
it was
street.
right across the street. When
Oh,
that
I
wasn't
heard
my
ready room.
house, apparently.
We can say whatever you want.
That's what I
No,
remember.
I think it's funnier. If
Choice is
Eric
yours.
gets lost.
Shh, Eric.
I think
What
it's
is your-
funnier if I go to the ready room.
Alrighty.
Especially because there's a guy you're selling studded leather plus 1 armor.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
he sure is.
Hmm.
I didn't forget.
You never knew.
You sent me that screenshot.
Oh, I did. Well, you know. Anyways,
I was just gonna ask real quick as we're walking. Is there a particular reason you don't want to talk to that guy?
What guy?
Like-
Taskand? He's
Hmm.
busy, and it's late, and I
What about
really
this
don't
guy?
want to do that right now.
I don't know, just felt avoidant. But if it's just because it's late, then whatever.
Now, I'm not saying that this is different art from all the other characters, but this one
What do
does
you-
have a name.
No, what are you talking about? That's just an Aurora Watch. What do you
it
mean?
is not an Aurora Watch soldier. You would know for a fact this is an outsider. But as you look over, you see a cheap uppercut get delivered by the hobgoblin towards this figure, who's definitely been fighting for a very long time through the day as they fall unconscious onto the ground.
Oh my god.
Unfortunate for them. Besides, he wanted to see everyone, so
I don't know.
no reason to go by myself, right?
Fair enough.
and I
All
will
right.
keep on keeping on.
In that case, let me put you back on the freaking map, and I guess we'll do your house next session. But for now, we'll get introduced to the Ready Room. First, let me go back to the Gatehold Barracks and go ahead and remove the spectator token.
I did say I would put out a lantern just in case he got lost, so he'll find his way here eventually, I'm sure.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Yo.
Yep.
Can we keep an eye out for any spare brass brazier?
Nope.
Fuck you!
Oh, what a coincidence! There's a brass brazier. Oh, no, there's not. There's not.
There's brass. That says there's brass braziers somewhere in the town, but you can find them later.
Yeah!
Uh-huh. That's the word.
Bet there's another ready room.
The Ready Room. As you arrive to the Ready Room, let me describe. A large barn with a steeply pointed roof looms over the battered structures near the center of town. Over the double door hangs a sign that bears the tavern's name, the Ready Room, in Undercommon, Orc, Goblin, and Common. Very inclusive.
What's this brazier made out of?
Looks like
Not
iron.
bronze.
Brass.
Looks to be iron.
Iron.
I'll
He's paying attention.
try to open the door.
It opens up, and you immediately see a female drow currently half falling asleep right now at a counter. He looks at you as you enter in. Welcome to the Ready Room, stranger. Any way we can help you? Close the door behind you.
Good evening. I am in need of a room. I think my companions may have already arrived ahead of me.
Haven't gotten any people in... Oh, them. Yes. They actually already bought some rooms. I believe they're currently going to sleep.
A couple of out-of-towners arrived with a drow.
Yes.
How big that is.
I can give you the keys if you'd like. You can go join them. But they only have enough beds for them.
Just the room next door will be fine.
Alright. It's a 3-bed room. It's gonna cost you a decent bit. Rooms around here are shared, by the way. You can choose to buy a bed with someone else if you would like, or in the same room as someone, but we sell the beds. The rooms are a luxury.
I don't mind sharing.
Alright. A few people have already bought up multiple beds. Some weird lady with red clothes. But besides that... Oh, shit. Sorry, move the spectator token. It will cost you, and I need to go look at the price real quick. 2 silver a night.
I don't want to look at my gold right now.
2 silver per bed.
Alright, I'll pay 2 silver.
Right. So go down to that hall over there if you would like, and then it should be the second room on the right. You're right.
Would you know a good place to eat around here?
Not here. But this is about the best you're going to get, so upstairs, if you take that lift over there, you should be able to go meet my brother. Goes by the name Deleuze. He cooks food, and well, his real passion is brewing. Loves all sorts of wines and stuff. I actually sell some traveling equipment if you're in the market.
Maybe tomorrow.
Fair enough. There should be some people currently enjoying drinks right now, getting ready to go to sleep, so if you want to mingle and get a nice meal before you go to bed, then feel free.
Thank you very much.
No problem. By the way, if you mysteriously disappear, 2 days after buying your room, we're going to go ahead and just sell it to someone else, by the way. Bit of a
Is that
thing around here.
Often in Bazzoxan.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, I shall try to be more corporeal than previous guests.
That would be optimal. And you'll be taking the lift.
Yep.
She'll head over and say, up you go. and I'll go ahead and teleport you to the next floor. I will set up a thing for this, but I had to delete it because it was causing problems. Welcome to the next floor of the ready room. As you enter into the main bar area, to describe all the figures around you, you see what looks like a few scholarly fellows, which is very interesting in a place like this. One seems to have red robes and what looks like some sort of floppy beret. Some elven woman currently enjoying a solo drink and looking out a nearby window. Another, tiefling with a bun and blue robes, seems to be frantically drawing at different maps, charts, and reading into a book. Deleuze behind the counter rushing around, and what looks like some orc man currently drowning himself in alcohol to the best of his ability.
Ziggy looks like he hasn't opened a book in his life.
He seems very under it right now, and as a matter of fact, I'll say he's probably currently unconscious from drinking. You arrive to this desolate place. Deleuze says, "New customers!" Hello.
Hello, would you happen to have anything to eat? I know it's late, but I only just arrived.
Some of the finest rice and best fish you can find this side of the Bazzoxan.
I'll take whatever you're offering.
Well, be my guest. What would you like? And you can see what he has.
I'm gonna try the overcooked fish.
Alright. A nice crust for sear. He says, will that be all?
I think that'll do me.
Wonderful. Well, it's getting late, so don't linger for too long. Everyone should be clearing out of here soon. Except for him. Looks over to Ziggy. He already paid for his room, so I guess he can sleep here tonight.
Guess I should be on a stool.
Yeah. Take a seat and enjoy a drink, and Deleuze is going to move back. If you'd like to interact with anyone in the bar, you can feel free to do so. But it seems most people are ingratiated in their own tasks at the moment.
I think they're all doing their own thing, and I just got back from a long shift at the infirmary.
Of course. So you'll enjoy your drink for the night. Or food, I guess.
I'll enjoy my overcooked fish, which is probably the worst fish I've ever eaten in my life.
It is. You come from a place where you can get a lot of fish, and this is the worst ever. Raw might be better than this.
Like, just putting it out there, my parents are fisher people. Fishermen?
Exactly, yep.
Fisher women?
Fish folk.
Fish people.
Fisher people. That's the proper
Fisher
way to put it.
price.
The price is right.
Anyways.
I know fresh fish, and this is not it.
You'll eventually finish your meal and find your way down to a room where the other figures will hop on the lift with you as well and head down in due time. Everyone making their way out. I'll just remove their token. I'll say as your
Guess I'd make idle elevator conversation with them.
Question will get to sleep quicker, but you'll see the red robe figure will walk up to you in the elevator, not seeming enthused to be joining someone else in the elevator as it's going down. Oh, almost drag your token. Whoops. But we'll hop on and say, I guess you can speak first. Makes more sense. As you're heading down.
You look scholarly. You must also be here to see the Temple of Evil.
She says, what a way to start a conversation. But, you're not wrong. What's your name?
Eric's. I'm less of a scholar myself and more of a peacekeeper. Or at least I try to be.
A peacekeeper. My name is Alicia Tolfan. I'm here on foreign interests. Bit of a smile across her face. I'm actually looking for a well-kept group of people to help me out. Is it just you, or do you have friends?
There is 8 of us in total.
8?
Pursuing a sort of mystery tied to this temple.
Fascinating. Why do you not tell me more? No. You seem tired. How about we talk more in the morning?
I'd be delighted to.
And bring your friends along if you would like.
If you don't mind me asking, I assume it's not too forward. These for an interest of yours? Are they not from Drow society? Jorhas?
Well, no one in particular. I'm simply seeking a well-fit group of adventurers to assist me in my endeavors. That's
Well, I'll ask them, but before we agree to anything, we will need to know what we're getting involved in.
of course, and we'll speak more in the morning over a nice drink and meal. Cafe will be something better than what they serve here.
I look forward to it.
I look very forward as well. A shockingly pleasant elevator ride, Alex.
It's Eric's.
Yes, that is what I said.
I think this is my floor.
Yes.
Only 2 floors.
Yep. She'll just walk on along over to her own room.
Which door's the right one?
It's one. The rest that are occupied are currently locked.
No.
I guess I'll get the nice comfy window bed.
And with that, you'll find rest for the time being as you'll wait the morning to arrive. And you can take a long rest if you would like. The rest of you. Eridanis, Persephone, Finzyra. Without much need for a map for now. No, actually I will add. Hold on. It's taking a second to load to a thing. Oh boy. Dude.
We can save it. We can end after opening my
That is
decrepit door.
Yeah, that's the plan. I'm just gonna drag you on the map anyways. Boop. 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 And spectator. So after you arrive at your house and it says a little more run down than you remember it, but it's home. At least.
I know that he was
Third
gonna...
bath is just as you remember.
You cannot switch scenes until resources finish.
Huh?
Alright. We're here now. We're fine.
Alright. You'll hold on.
This is the place.
Hmm?
You arrive and the door is unlocked. As you go to touch it, it creaks open, almost on its own.
You know, I can't remember if I left it locked or not. I don't really care.
Seems to be an absolute mess. More so than you remember leaving it.
Welcome.
Well, it's about...
I hope you weren't expecting anything too fancy.
No, I mean, if you haven't been here in a long time, it's about as sturdy as I'd expect it.
It's a little dirtier than I thought it'd be, but it's whatever. There's what are you laughing about?
Don't
What happened?
Don't worry about it.
Damn bitch. Whew, okay. There's a guest bed in one of the rooms. Just follow me. And bathroom's like right down the hall if you need it.
Maybe I can help clean it in the morning.
As you creep around and you open up the room to the bedroom, near the door,
This one, yes.
you hear skittering around you.
Ooh,
And in a place where you
Lovely.
thought you could find rest, you instead find violence.
lovely.
I would expect nothing less, honestly.
More
As-
spiders.
Spiders crawling out of every nook and cranny will begin an assault. Next session.
Drama
Down
round
one
2.
thing.
Fuck. Too many
And
spiders.
take you to the title screen. And you can deal with your spider problem next session.
Persephone, they did show up. The spiders.
Spiders! Spiders!
Live like this.
Don't you live up?
They didn't crawl out of my stomach. They crawled off the wall.
Ugh.
They know I
They're
ate
not
their
happy we're eating
babies.
their eggs.
Yeah, I was gonna say I ate their babies.
Oh, not they're babies anymore. They're a nice, delectable pastry.
Ah,
Oh, Lord.
and Eddie.
Do we level up?
I'm gonna think about that actually.
Oh my
Give me a
god.
second.
1.